What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. The next co-host, beautiful, lovely, so excited to have her here. Amanda Hirsch, aka Not Skinny But Not Fat.
Thank you.
Is here in Ria's seat today to help fill in while she's away on her honeymoon. Feels like she's been gone forever. I'm sure she thinks it's flying by.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure she's like, I don't need to come back. But so good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
I know. And the new title of the segment, tell everybody.
Yes, Fran and Friends.
Fran and Friends. We just made it
Fran
up.
and Friends.
Yeah.
Not a ripoff of the Today Show at all.
You're like, no lawsuits. Yeah.
I know. Have you seen the people she's had on? I feel like they've been so good.
Yes, I saw like the clips, which is so, you know.
I know. Same. That's what I see too.
I know. But today I saw the Abuelita clip.
Yep.
You saw that?
Yep.
Died.
I loved, I feel like Justin Sylvester's done it a bunch.
Yeah. But
and
he's done it like
so
before the Jenna and Friends. Like he was an OG.
Yes.
You know?
But I feel like he is such a good
he's so
second
fun.
chair for her.
He's so good.
And they always bring him back. So I'm like, maybe he could be the
One
permanent.
day, yeah.
The permanent one. If they do pick a permanent one, maybe they'll just always have.
Matt Rogers that was doing it with her is so fun. But
yes, that's the clip I saw as well. Yeah, exactly.
You know me though, I'm like Hilaria. Like I assume everyone knows what we're talking about, but
I know,
I'm
right?
assuming if you're listening to this podcast, like you should know.
Yes, but Hilaria Baldwin was the guest. And Matt Rogers' like facial expression was
I know, because
so
you
funny.
know he's judging.
Like
all I wanted to comment was like, but I want to throw him under the bus. But would be like,
totally.
Matt, like you're dying. You know, like Jenna's so sweet. Jenna's like Jenna read the thing, you know, and she's like, oh, code switching, so she's gonna ask her.
Yep.
But Hilaria wasn't ready to go there, in my opinion.
No.
She was ready to like write in the book.
Yeah.
But she wasn't. She didn't remember like what the whole code switching thing means.
And I also think she just knows.
It's so sad.
It's a promotional wheel, you know. I'm not going to tell you now because you got to read my book.
Right. But don't you feel like she should have just said, I'm obsessed with Spanish?
Yeah.
Like, did Brittany ever explain her random British accent? Did Lindsay Lohan ever explain the video where she was like in Dubai? Like, no. Like,
right, she did get that was an accent change for sure.
Too.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, Madonna has done it. Like, I feel like she should have just been like obsessed with Spain, have a problem. Right. So much so that I learned Spanish fluently, named all my kids Spanish names, and I call myself Abuelita. Like, live with it, you know?
I know, I agree.
But the code switching is just like, first of all, it's a whole thing we need to learn about now. But I have this thing, I don't know. I think, Fran, you're compassionate. I feel like you go like, sometimes you can go hard. I try.
Yeah.
You can like,
but
I saw something recently that popped up.
It really has to get me for me to go full, like
angry about it.
Off.
Yeah. But I just always feel for the person that like the whole world is turning on.
Yeah.
So you're like, damn, like that must be hard, you know?
100%. But sometimes I think you can.
But
you can certainly like sympathize with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, stop digging.
Yeah, stop digging. I know.
Stop digging.
But with her, it's so like we've had some scandals that are you know crazy. This was like a fun COVID scandal.
Yeah.
This was like Cucumber, like Amy Schumer. These were the good times.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's. By the way, it's also like opposite. I feel like people do it now with British people who come to the States and then they lose their accent. Mm-hmm. And it's like Millie Bobby Brown. Like she's like, look, I'm here in the States a lot. Yeah. Like now I'm married to Bon Jovi. Like I've got, like sometimes my accent comes in and out.
Yeah.
And that's so fine.
I'm married to Bon Jovi.
We give that a pass. Married to Bon Jovi.
Married to a Bon Jovi. Yeah. No, but she does get asked about it.
She does a lot.
Yeah.
She does a lot.
Which is probably so like boring.
Right. You're just like, sorry.
Yeah. Like she likes doing a little Valley Girl moment, which I love, you know, just put it on, make it fun.
Exactly. We're going to get into a bunch of topics. We have a great show. I got trivia as well for everyone listening. And Ariana Madix came in to promote Love Island. New season is coming out. So she popped in as well. Super excited to watch that. But I do have to fill you guys in on something that happened this week. And you'll hear about it now too.
Okay.
But Spotify hosted a fan event for Miley Cyrus's new album. Mm-hmm. And it was Wednesday night. And I went with my sister. And it was at the Metrograph, which is like Lower East Side, cool spot. And we went in and they played the whole visual album. So it was very, like, she's putting out the new album, but it's also a visual element to it. The fashion, the moments, the strutting, the dancing. Like, it is so good.
Yeah.
She is so hot.
She's
like,
so hot.
My jaw was on the ground the whole time.
Wow.
She's the best legs. The best legs.
She's like a Pilates bod through and through.
100%. And I love it because I guess she, the credits rolled, and I'm not gonna, I don't want to give too much away.
Can you post about it? Like,
yeah, I posted
is it embargoed?
that I was there, but I'm not gonna
Okay.
be like, this person showed up in the, like, there's things that obviously want people to, because there was moments where the whole theater, and there was a lot of OG Miley fans in there, where the theater screamed.
Stop.
Yeah. Like, full blown, like,
okay. Okay. And you're not spoiling it.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. But she looks amazing. She sounds amazing. The music's cool. Very, like, across the board, I would say kind of a lot of 80s synth pop kind of inspo, dance.
Do you feel
vibes.
like she gets the credit that she deserves?
I don't.
Because she's not like an Ariana, Selena, like Lady Gaga.
I know.
Charlie XCX.
Yeah.
But it's just like people have like the moment.
Yeah.
And like she did have it with Flowers because of the Liam stuff, but that's annoying because it's kind of because of the Liam stuff.
Yep.
But I feel like she deserves to have like a crazy ass fandom, like the Mylinators,
right.
you know?
Well, they're the Smilers, and they go hard.
See, I don't know.
Yeah.
The Smilers.
Yeah.
Did she call them that?
Yeah.
Oh. So are you a Smiler?
I'm totally a Smiler.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I've been in from the beginning for sure.
Yeah. She deserves more.
But it goes up and down. Like she has transformed herself, I feel like, so many times too.
Yeah.
And the albums have different sounds, and she's put out rock albums.
Do you think she
she's
needs to be
done
more
pop albums.
consistent?
No, I think it's just like you have
She's
to
an
be
artist.
Yeah, you have to be down with whatever season she gives us.
Was her boyfriend there?
He was not, at least not that we saw, but I do think he is like worked with her on this album a lot. Like his name was in a lot of the credits and such, which is very exciting. She did tease, so we watched it, and then she came out for like a little Q&A, and she did kind of tease that, she's found this new place in her life, and the music kind of reflects that, and she made some jokes, and she gave some great advice that she said that Dolly gave her, and I'm gonna butcher it now as I try to remember it, and she did her Dolly voice, and it was, you do you, I'll do me, and together we'll be us. It was just like, you don't try to be me, I don't try to be you, you stick to yourself, and you like live in that, and then it forms a great relationship.
I feel like she's so good. Just like you talking about her makes me think like she should be in movies also. Like she should be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the way Ariana Grande was just like
she
in
is
Wicked.
such a star.
And she was so good. I mean, she is an actor, okay?
Yeah.
Like we've seen her. She's played two characters in one.
Yep.
Like
takes a lot to be Hannah and Miley.
The last song.
Last song, yep.
Favorite movie ever.
So that's what. So Ria's first dance song was the song from the last song.
Oh, really?
When I Look at You.
No.
And it was so sweet.
Ironically or for real?
No. For real. They love the song. They're
so cute.
massive Miley fans. They love the song. And we joke because her husband, one of his like biggest things when he first started working here was he would joke that he like listens to 6 songs on repeat. Like he doesn't listen to any music. He would just have like 10 songs that he would always listen to, and one of them was The Climb, and he just fucking loved The Climb.
Oh.
So they love Miley. It was so sweet. So Ria was people were in my DMs like, I can't believe you went to this without Ria. I'm like, okay, first of all, she was obviously invited.
Yeah.
She couldn't go.
Yeah.
She's on her honeymoon, and I told her about it. I didn't go without telling her about it. But
because people know how strong you guys ride.
Yes. Like
my question to you though,
100%.
This new like synthetic dance vibe.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna like? Could you see there being TikTok trends?
Absolutely.
Like,
and I think there was a lot of parts of the visual album that could be recreated.
Okay.
Dance TikToks, strutting, modeling, like the whole thing. her hair, makeup, the outfits. It's all about like the different outfits she wears too. I don't know all the details of them, but I'm sure they're all, crazy insane.
And her hair is like different now.
Yes. And she has a lot of different hairstyles throughout it as well.
She has a hair thing.
She changes her hair all the time. She
hasn't figured it out. Like she hasn't figured out.
I don't love the little bangs she has right now.
The little bangs.
That's a personal
She
preference.
added more volume, I think. Like some things,
But then there's like one moment she has this beautiful, just like high pony with the bangs, and I'm like, chic. Like it just
okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we're dying to know.
I know.
You've teased it.
I know. It's so good. I think people should be really, really excited about it. She has a new song coming out today now as well. It's a new single.
Good.
Yeah, she sang it at that event the other night too. And that's definitely more like ballady, but it's beautiful. And no, she's like the sweetest, and she's so nice to her fans.
Yeah.
She's so respectful. They care about her so much, but she gives people like the time of day and will chat and remembers people. She
doesn't say calma.
No, she does not.
See?
But it was really interesting to watch because I haven't been to too many events where I've seen how people that famous have to enter and exit a building.
Okay, what'd you say?
Everyone was leaving and everyone was waiting in the lobby to be like, okay.
And people thought she'd come out of there.
They were like, oh, maybe she'll wait. They had the SUV set up right outside, another SUV like blocking the street. So that like it was hard for people to come. And then they cleared the lobby. But when we came out, there was already fans lined up along the barricade with like things for her to sign and all that stuff. Just to like see her walk out. And we waited like 20 minutes and she came out and we were across the street because it was honestly mayhem. But like she was signing things, saying hi to people. And she gets in the car and like just gets whisked away, you know? It's just like, I just thought it was so crazy to think like she can never like normally enter and exit anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. It's crazy. And I went with my sister and she loves her too. And she's so funny. I was cracking up. Miley's in the car. I'm literally filming my sister because Miley's in the car and she's right next to the car. And she's like waving to her through the window. She's like, the album's so good. Love you so much. It was really sweet.
I mean, because that's when you get the calma because like, you have to like be able to leave, you know, without the fans. Like, but at the same time, some people do it so gracefully. Like, they'll sign, then wish away.
Exactly.
Like, that's all you have to do.
I know.
Like, we get that you can't sign everything.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm sure the celebs, huge stars, they want the people behind the barricades. Like, what if no one shows up? There's a barricade prepared.
Yep.
No one's behind the barricade.
Yep.
They would die.
Yep.
They need that.
Exactly.
If not, like these people probably like there's probably somewhere where the fans are told like she's gonna be here if you want to camp out at the barricade.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and they had the event decaled like on the outside. So even if you had walked by it earlier in the day, you would have known because it said like on the glass it was like something beautiful, Miley Cyrus. Like it's with the Spotify logo and things. So you could definitely see that there was something going on, but oh my God, it was so good.
My friend, was in Calabasas and he is from Israel, so he got so excited to see her at Erewhon, and he said it was so weird that like Miley Cyrus was legit by herself shopping at Erewhon and nobody was cared. He was like, she went to the cashier, like click click, like no one's like, oh, it's literally Miley,
right?
So he's the only one that outside like asked for a photo. And he dressed up as her for Halloween. Like he's a mega fan, like imagine.
Amazing.
And so he told her, he was like, I wore your costume, like he said in his accent. And she goes, it's not custom, it's custom, which apparently is a line of hers, which I didn't know because he sent it to me because he doesn't speak English that well. I was like, what does she mean? What does she mean? I'm like, I don't know what she means. Like, was she correcting you because you said costume wrong? Right. But apparently a lot of Miley fans told him, like she has this thing, like it's not custom, it's custom.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was super cool. She took a picture, even did like a thing. Yeah. And that's so sweet, you know, because you hear a lot about stars and there's a whole new movement, a la Chappelle, of like, don't approach me, don't fucking take a picture with me, like don't come near me.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, you go girl, like that's it, boundaries, which I get.
Yeah.
But I also come from a time where like, people love their fans and you know, and I feel like the love is mutual. Like you got to give to receive.
Totally.
You know?
Miley feels that 100%. I think she's always felt that, even talking during the Q&A, just like a lot of, you know, feel the love in the room. I feel like we've all grown together. You've been with me for so long. So it was really, really very sweet. And I'm so excited for everybody to hear it. I think they're going to love it. It is just, really, she does do this kind of eras type thing where it's like different vibes. And I love this. The visual album is so stunning. So stunning. And it was fun because we were like at the movies. So we got popcorn and like a candy and we got to sit.
Did you sit?
Watch. Yeah.
Okay, sitting is good.
Yeah, it was like,
if
yes.
it was standing, I'd be like,
oh,
okay.
no. We got to sit and watch the whole thing and enjoy and just like be in awe of how absolutely stunning and gorgeous and amazing she is.
She's just Miley.
Yeah, she really, really is. And it was so much fun. So I'm that the album comes out the end of the month. And there's a rumor that maybe she's going to tour for this, which would be great because in the past few years, she's kind of said, touring is just, it takes too much out of her.
Yeah.
She doesn't really love doing it.
I could see that.
Yeah. It's so fair. I think it's like, she's like, I feel like I give when I'm on tour. It's just like a lot.
Yeah.
And we know other artists have felt that way too. So if she does it in a way that like she's excited
scary,
about.
because then you can get a headline like 1,000 empty seats,
Yeah.
The fucking Beyonce. Like, leave Beyonce alone. Like, everyone wants to see Beyonce.
Yeah, don't worry. Plenty of people will be at the Cowboy Carter tour, including myself.
How?
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's just in comparison to everybody. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just because I think it's because the Eras tour was so massive and so unique and like can never be replicated that
everyone's comparing.
Everyone's going to compare it to that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, it's not the Eras tour.
Yeah.
It's not the numbers aren't the Eras tour. I'm like, well, what is? It's record breaking is the number one. It's like
it's
the
crazy.
most ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is crazy. Big news, it is officially an Abercrombie summer. Welcome, we're so excited. You can use the A&F Vacation Shop as your travel outfit mood board. From swim to denim shorts to the perfect vacation dresses, Abercrombie is doing the packing for you. Their new mid-rise A-line denim short is the fit you're seeing all over TikTok. You have to jump on this trend. The shorts are so great. And the A&F Marina one piece is their must-have strapless silhouette for summer. I've had my eye on that one piece. It is so cute. It looks so flattering. I can't wait to wear it this summer when I'm at the beach. And Abercrombie has the best denim shorts. They really do. They're so comfortable. You can do a multitude of different lengths depending on whatever you prefer. I just got a pair of white jean shorts that I love. Starting today, prep for summer with 30% off Abercrombie shorts and swim May 8th to May 12th. Excludes clearance, online price reflects discount. You can also use code AFCHICKS to get an additional 15% off almost everything at checkout from May 8th to May 12th. Offer valid in the US and Canada. Exclusions apply. See details online. Before we jump into some topics, what's going on in your life, my dear?
Oh my God. What a sharp left.
Yeah, I know. Sharp left.
No, so good. 2 kids.
Yeah.
Still doing what I love to do.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. Like, they really are so cute. Like,
Lenny's
they're crazy boys.
Has such a little munchkin face. I can't take it.
He's literally like the
pictures.
emoji. Yeah. I know. He's so cute and he doesn't look anything like Noah. And it just brings me, every time I'm with him, I'm like, it was so different when Noah was born.
Yeah.
It was 2020.
Yep.
Like, Noah was on my boob when I was talking about Hilaria.
Yeah.
Noah was, crawling when Army Hammer happened. Like, everything.
You guys were all stuck.
Everything happened together. It was like this beautiful, crazy, scary time of COVID. And that's when he was born. So it's just so different. Like, 2025 versus 2020. Right? 2020.
Yeah.
So, but I love it. There's nothing better than like doing what you love and then coming back to your home to them,
That's so nice. Did you feel a big change from 1 to 2?
I know everyone says it's like crazy. It wasn't as crazy to me.
Yeah.
Also with Noah, I didn't have any help. I was solo, like just literally every day was a day. Yeah. And now it's different. Like I'm working way more. So I do have help. So it's I'm almost like I should be, you know what I mean? Like I wish I could be home more and with him all day. But sometimes you have to do other stuff. So it feels crazy when you like travel.
Yeah.
But then you have one-on-one. I can't imagine like going up to 3 and then each parent's on one and then you have another one. Like, what do you do with that one? Right. You know what I mean? So
you're like, one of you
and
has
then Rihanna
to
had to go get pregnant again.
I know.
I'm like, Rihanna, damn, you're putting on the pressure.
Yeah.
But I even said to myself, and this is how sick and fucking twisted I am, and like that my life is celebrities in pop culture that I was like, if Rihanna has a girl, like maybe I'll
try again to have a girl.
Because everyone that has two boys has a third boy. Yeah. Like it's 89% of the people. This is not scientific, but it really is. So I'm like, oh my God, she probably wanted a girl. Like, it's going to be a boy. Sorry, Rihanna.
Do you think the blue outfit was telling or not on purpose?
People said she did pink for the boy. True. So maybe blue for the girl.
True.
Yeah. Because Riot is a boy.
Yeah.
So I hope for her that it's a girl.
Yeah.
Because it's nice. Not because I'm like, but it's just like two boys is crazy. And you kind of want to feel that like having a little you kind of vibe. But I wonder. So I'm almost like, if Rihanna's another boy, then I know like it can't be done, you know?
Yeah.
But if she has a girl, then I'll consider.
I'll think about it then.
Just, you guys. Yeah. Yeah. I'll think about it. Be like, she did it.
Do you like feel yourself though as a boy mom?
No, like hashtag boy mom.
Yeah.
Not really, because I'm not like,
right.
Like I'm like hashtag Noah like does fit checks with me, and he already knows to pose like the foot before that. I saw him pose for a picture, and he literally did. Yeah. Like how we never take pictures like legs apart.
No.
There's always a foot in front of a foot
or a hip.
He fucking does that. So I'm creating a monster, and so it's like hashtag boy mom, but like he's in my world.
Yep.
He's so cute. He'll be like, "Where are you going? Your podcast?" Like. I'm like, yeah. And the only person that I interviewed that he knows, and this is bad advice that he ever even knows what Deadpool is, okay? Because he's literally 4, but he knows what Deadpool is. So I showed him when Ryan Reynolds was on, and he was so excited.
I
made it. Ryan recorded a thing for him.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know. This was pre all of you hating Ryan, okay?
Yeah.
It was like a day before.
I remember it was. I remember I like listened and I was like, that was so great. And then it just went whoop.
I know. Anyway, but he was so sweet.
He was so nice, right?
And he did the whole thing for Noah.
In the interview
and
as
he is so nice.
Yeah. So we think.
And so I've experienced on my end.
Exactly.
But that was exciting for him. And then I lied. Like I bought a Deadpool mask because I'm an idiot for the interview. Because I was like, well, do something with that.
Yeah. And we'll do something.
I did something. I ended up doing something dumb, but I brought it home to Noah and I made up, this is when the lying starts, that like he gifted it to him. So like to this day, that's what he thinks.
Right to you.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's such a great
it's
lie.
Like a white lie.
Yeah. That's just something like that's gonna make him so happy, and who's gonna be like, that's not true,
right? Yeah, no, but it's really cute. It's really cute when they start like talking. Today he was like, why is your name Amanda Hirsch? Like he just like asks the funniest questions. He's like, how'd you choose that? Like it'd
only backfire if, oh my God, what's the storyline in, is it New Girl? I think it's in New Girl that like some famous person would write Nick a letter like every year.
Oh yes. Was it Michael Jordan?
I don't know I forget who it was.
Not to Nick.
I forget who it was.
To Nick or to Schmidt.
No, to Schmidt. Right.
Yeah. And Nick was writing it.
Yes. And then they were like,
by the way,
his parents did it. And then it was like it's just a facade that they had to keep up forever.
By the way, you had Max on, right? One point I remember. Didn't you have Max Greenfield?
Yes.
So I had Jake Johnson.
Yes.
I have to say, like, that was one of my, when people were like, what should I listen to that's like fun? That, like,
Jake Johnson, I love listening to him. And his podcast is great too.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
And they're them. Because I asked him on my show, I was like, are you the
Max
most
is great too.
Nick out of, he was like, no, Max is the most Schmidt.
Which is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really
give that
feel
vibe.
that way.
Yeah, but apparently he is.
Yeah. And I feel like when I watch him in new stuff, I still just see Schmidt,
he was
like
in
Kate Hudson.
Nobody Wants Us.
No.
Oh.
No. Close.
No. Pop culture, you guys. Tune in.
Yeah.
Queens of pop culture over here. Right.
In the court, full court, back court. What was it called? Running Point. Yeah.
By the way, I love that. And I feel like it didn't
give
cute. Nobody Wants Us vibes. Well, I said that maybe because he's Jewish, but it was two shows that just like new comedies that were so good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That were just like easy to watch, fun.
And that was like such a Mindy Kaling style show.
She does it so well.
She does. But yeah, watching him with Kate Hudson, I was still like,
Schmidt, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Even like he knows that he has to like turn it down.
Yeah, definitely. But your podcast has been so great. The guests have been amazing.
Yeah.
Walton Goggins.
Walton.
Love him?
Love him.
Yeah.
I'm not turning. But like when I had him, the day I had him, it was like he blew up a day. He was blown up.
Kind of like another instance though, where you're saying like you had him on and then like the next day it was like, oh, him and Amy would hate each other.
First of all, everyone's like, why didn't you ask him about Amy? And I was like, first of all, like that hadn't happened yet.
No one was talking about it.
And second of all, he would have walked out on me. He did that in the London
the Times. He would have been like, that's it. Wrap it up.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
And like that's the thing with these people. It's like they have so many people around them, and how did they think that was a good idea? But I love that journalists are so like, journalists. I've really learned like don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's not like us where we give a fuck because we want to like have good relationships. We want you to come back, whatever. Like,
we're not like, we don't have the journalistic integrity that they fight for.
So
that
them,
like,
it's like,
I must ask for the truth.
Right.
We're
I don't fucking care. Like, no, I do care. But
no, sometimes we do, but then also sometimes it's like, they're like, by the way, this publicist reps X, Y, and Z, and you're like, ooh, okay, so we want them to like us.
We want them to like us. But also, you also understand that like he'll hate that question. You know what I mean? And you want them to feel good, probably.
And it is just kind of a respect thing. Like when they go out of their way to be like, hey, please don't ask about this.
Yeah. But what's crazy about journalists, so there were two things I saw recently. One was Walton Goggins and then he walked out. And second, I saw this Leighton Meester interview in like the LA Times. And like they asked her about Blake Lively, even though they fucking knew she wouldn't talk about Blake Lively. And they included in it, because like imagine, okay, let's say I asked and they didn't answer.
Yeah.
Like I might take it out if there's like nothing there. But like, because journalists have integrity, then they will put in like we asked about Blake Lively and she refused to acknowledge it. They don't give a fuck.
And she said next question.
And and then Leighton will still like post the pictures from the LA Times, but they'll ask that question that they hate. You know, like Ryan Reynolds is on the street, somebody's screaming at him like, "Why did Travis Kelce unfollow you?" Like, what do they think he's gonna do? Even though dying to know.
I know.
Dying to know. And also, what are with these unfollows?
I just am like, did he follow him in the first place?
Right, that's the question. But don't you think that if people are saying that he did, then he did?
I don't know. I think half the shit I'm like, who's following this to even know? Because there's definitely been a couple instances where people have been like, I never
even
follow
following
them.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, so
they don't follow each other.
Right. So it feels like such a non-story. And anytime there's something that actually does get under Travis's skin a little bit, I do think they talk about on New Heights.
They do.
Like, anytime there's like a really random internet story or something, they'll laugh and be like, what the fuck was that?
This is too touchy. You know,
you
like
think?
The Blake Ryan stuff.
Oh,
like
no, that for sure.
That they can't talk, but they can't talk about like the unfollow because then it like, has to do with the lawsuit, and then it's like, it's like the whole thing.
I know, kind of crazy.
But so Walton, obsessed. He was so down. He did the TikTok, which like, that's like, okay, we're dancing, like so cute. Paige DeSorbo's voice got in there because we did like the sunglasses. He has those crazy sunglasses. And he's just like, you want to listen to him like just talk all the time.
Yeah.
But then, the next day there was the unfollow. Then he posted the SNL thing. Then we saw his dick in the fucking photo shoot that a lot of gays loved. Like for me, I was like, is it too much Goggins?
Right.
A little bit.
Well, let me tell you, if you watch Righteous Gemstones, I don't know if he wears a prosthetic or what, but he was nude like this whole beginning of the season. So full blown, like water skiing naked.
Do you think
on camera?
I mean, prosthetics are everywhere right now.
I don't know if you can wear one while you're filming a water skiing scene.
He does give BDE. With that level of confidence.
Yeah, for sure.
With that level of confidence.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Gives it. And he's having a moment. I think it's like so exciting for somebody who's 50, probably something, to have worked so consistently. He's had his fans. He's had the cult following. He's had the Goggins girlies. But the White Lotus fame is a different level.
Different level, definitely.
That he's not used to, probably.
Yeah, definitely.
But something for sure happened there.
Yeah.
And also you following each other back.
Yeah.
That was also weird advice. Just follow each other back and no one will know. Like,
right. It's just like...
It's so weird.
Yeah, even like what she said at the Met, on the Met carpet.
What did she say?
It was just very sugar cookie, like we're, respect and like we're all good.
Yeah.
She didn't say like we're all good. It was just like a general blanket statement about him. And then that was kind of it. So
okay.
And then there was the follow back, the refollow.
Refollow. I wonder if they
maybe it's just like I'm fucking done dealing with this. I'll just fucking follow him back.
Yeah.
I'll follow him and I'll mute him.
I mean, but he followed her. I mean, it's just, it is a little weird. And then you wonder, like, and then everyone goes to, like, guessing that something happened and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Which, like, listen, where there's smoke.
Yeah.
You know?
There has to be something, for sure.
There has to be something.
The last thing I want to ask before we get into topics, I feel like your community has grown so much, and it's so fun watching. And you have really, like, stayed the same in the content that you share.
Thank you.
Which I love. But I'm curious now, with such a giant audience, is it harder to do that? Like, do you feel like sometimes there's more blowback when you give your honest opinion on things?
Yeah, and honestly, like, I have to say, it's such a, you know, of course I'm aware that, like, it's not the same when you have less people and less eyes. You can say fucking anything, which go for it. If you have no eyes on you, just do it. It's so fun.
Yep.
So I used to be a little bit more savage, you know, but I think it's also, I used to be more savage maybe because there were less people, but also because I was less aware. Like, I was so naive in thinking, like, they'll never see this. But not only they'll never see this to protect myself, they'll never see this so this can never hurt their feelings. Whereas I think now, like, there's sort of a quick filter for me of, is this, like, hurtful or is this okay, Joan Rivers? You know what I mean? Which I really feel like we should bring back, that you're able to say, like, that's what was fun about red carpets, like being able to say if a look was good, wasn't good. I think that should still be okay. Like, an outfit is an outfit. It's not you. It's not your personality. It's not your face. It's not your. So I think it's like, I'm still okay with that. Yeah. And I'm still okay with also saying, you don't have to like everybody. And I feel like I'm obsessed with so many people that I want to make it normalize. No, but then you hate one person. It's like, she hates women. It's like, no, I literally, like, bow down, just talk about how hot everybody is and great and talented, but you're allowed to be like, oh, like, Sydney Sweeney was annoying in that press tour, right? You know, and could that mean that I'll never get Sydney Sweeney on the pod? Maybe, but I feel like it is a risk you have to take, because if not, then, like, you know,
then it's boring.
It's boring.
It's not authentic. No, but you don't feel like you're getting the real opinion, which is what people listen,
want.
They want, and that's why they follow and all that.
But I feel like it's in like good fun, you know? It's like Calma will always be Calma to me. And if she hates it, then she fucking hates it, you know? But with the Meghan Markle thing, you know, with the letter,
knocked my socks off.
That's one of the fucking weirdest things, because that's something where who would think the fucking Duchess would ever see?
Right. You're like, who watched this and sent this to
Meghan? And how did she then, like, take it this way instead of this way? Like, thank fucking God, because I'd be petrified. I didn't, by the way, when that came out, I didn't even go rewatch it, because I was gonna die at myself. You know, I was like, wait, I think I said I was scared, and then I knew where the clip was on my Instagram, and I didn't watch it because I knew I would hate myself. And I would just be like, oh my God, I can't believe she watched it. I can't believe she watched it. But that was crazy. So, like, yeah, things roll around, get to everybody. So you have to kind of have a backbone. That's why I'm surprised with celebrities and the unfollowing. Like, you know, people are going to see it.
Right, I know. It's so
like,
obvious.
It's either planned or it's not. So that's how I think. Like, go into the world knowing, like, this could get to whoever you're talking about, and how are you okay with that? Yeah. And it's a quick filter of yes or no.
And I don't know if something happens with Instagram from time and time again. Like, last night I saw people were like, oh my God, Tish Cyrus unfollowed Miley, and Billy Ray is commenting on Miley's stuff. Like, maybe, like, she's reconnecting with Billy and she's out with Tish. And
it's probably true, though.
I know, but then I'm just scrolling Instagram and I see that she posted a podcast clip from her podcast, and someone commented, why'd you stop following Miley? And she wrote back to them, have no idea how that happened, but it's fixed now. So it's like, what?
Fran, I have a question. Have you ever had that glitch?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
No.
Like, Justin Bieber glitches every day.
Yeah.
Every day he's glitching.
Well, he's glitching for sure.
He's glitching.
So all across the board.
Mean. I mean, no, but it's so on point.
Yeah.
But, like, all these glitches have never glitched.
Right.
Like, have never glitched. Glitched. Instagram didn't work and it came back, but it didn't, like, unfollow one person who happens to be my wife or happens to be my daughter. But I have to say, like, with family drama, it makes me feel so ick to even talk about but then you're like, but this is so public and there's a source says and whatever the fuck. But like with the Beckhams right now too.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about that.
They're so sweet.
Let's talk about that. Let's jump into
love the transition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it. Seamless. Thank you. We're getting into the topics.
Welcome. Yeah.
Getting into the topics.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Beckhams. I'm gonna run through them quick. Beckhams. Kylie and Timothée on the red carpet. Bravo's got some new shows that they just announced. Doechii kind of joked about her Met Gala viral video, and Page 6 says Prince Harry is blackballed from the royal family because they don't trust him or Meghan, which I feel like is fairly repetitive from what we're dealing with.
Right, I was going to say, didn't we know that?
Right, I feel like they just continue to want to make, we'll talk about stories about it. They don't make it easy to buy concert tickets these days. You got to sign up for the pre-sale, get in the queue, and by the time you get through, the best seats are gone. Going to a concert should be about the show itself, not waiting in a virtual line. Lucky for me, I always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. I've been looking at so many shows. We got Gracie Abrams, Jonas Brothers, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, so many amazing concerts this summer. And if you are thinking about getting tickets and it's a show near you, check out those prices at Game Time. What are you waiting for? It is time to get those tickets now. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time. Beckham family has been talked about all week long. It's like Brooklyn and Nicola, they didn't go to all the 50th birthday parties for David. The rumor was that Brooklyn and Romeo were on the outs because they didn't like Romeo's new girlfriend. But then there were other sources being like, that's ridiculous. They're fine. But regardless, they were not at the birthday
50th
celebrations.
is a big birthday.
A big one.
And he wasn't at the fishing trip.
Yeah. And there was parties, multiple locations. Could have been in Miami, could have been in London, you know.
Oh, shit.
So.
And the fishing trip.
Yeah.
The All Sons.
Yeah.
All Sons but one.
Yeah, all Sons but one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's
And everyone's blaming Nicola because that's what people like to do.
It's always like the significant other's fault.
Yeah. And it's so easy to buy into. You're like, what else could it be? It's probably her, you know? But it's like, is it?
Right.
You know?
Because that's how they felt when their wedding was happening. And it was like, oh, Nicola and Victoria, they don't get along. They don't get along. And then it seemed like maybe things were mended. But I don't know. It feels kind of bizarre to blame it on Romeo and his girlfriend.
Right, because why would he care? He's so in love with Nicola. Why the fuck would he care if Romeo is dating somebody that he used to date? Unless,
and
like,
people
this
claim
bitch...
that they didn't actually date. It was like that they were friends. There was apparently a deleted comment from Cruz that he had posted something, and there was a comment within it that was like, is it weird, like, Brooklyn, or is it weird, like, you know, Romeo's dating Brooklyn's ex or whatever? And he wrote back, they never dated, and then whatever, deleted it, and like the whole thing, like, but yeah, everyone's like, oh, in 2016, here's this picture of Brooklyn and Kim hanging out once upon a time.
That feels so weird to escalate to, like, not going.
Yeah.
To
especially
David's
that long
50th.
ago.
Yeah.
If we're talking about when 2016, 2017, like, Brooklyn was so young.
Yeah.
They were also, like,
and then how does that reflect on Nicola? Like, why is she like, you can't talk to your brother because... So it's just weird, but at the end of the day, I am where there's smoke, there's fire. And, like, they're busy, but they're not that busy to not be at David's.
It's your father's 50th birthday,
It's your father's 50th. He didn't go to the fishing.
Yeah.
And usually they do we miss you so much at Brooklyn, at Nicola, like, and
totally.
There was maybe one frame of maybe and Brooklyn wasn't there, but I feel like he did that after people were spinning.
Victoria loves a caption that's like, love spending time with friends and family. And,
she kills me. And
tags them all, hashtag Harper7.
And Harper7, like, I went through such a phase of why wasn't I born Harper7? You know what I mean? Like, how good is that life?
I know, right?
Amazing.
I know.
Amazing.
It's so true.
Oh my God. And I asked Brooklyn was on my podcast, and I asked him why Harper7. I don't think he knew. Which was so funny.
So funny.
I know.
It's like, I don't know. That's
and people
her
were,
name.
I think people wrote about it somewhere, like, and people knew.
Yeah.
But, like, he wasn't so sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like her last one with all the kids. creating special memories with family and friends. We love you all. At Romeo, at Cruz, #Harper7.
Oh, hashtag, because she's not on Instagram yet.
Yeah.
But I love it. She doesn't have to think of a caption. She's not trying to be witty. You know what I mean? She's just saying what it is.
So it's just like, it's all these family photos that she's been posting, and just they're not there. They're nowhere to be seen. So,
but does she seem to you like a feud with my son type of mom? Like, you know?
She really doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, and every story, every quote source is like, this tears Victoria apart when there's fighting like this, and she just loves her boys and the whole thing. So, I mean, I don't know if that's just like Victoria's assistant, like being
says,
like, hey, put this out there, but it doesn't feel. It feels very off-brand for them.
To be fighting
like that, because they always seem so close. So I don't know. That's why it is so easy to just automatically be like, well, it must be Nicola,
right? Because their family is so,
like everything was fine before,
right? And they're so young. You forget
they're
Brooklyn
so
is
young.
literally a baby.
So young. And such an interesting dynamic with all those boys now. Like, Romeo's got this new girlfriend that whatever, they're like, ooh, what's her past? Because she was friends with this kid and this other famous person's kid, and they were all hanging out together. Maybe Madonna said, like, the whatever, in London. And then Cruz's girlfriend is like 10 years older than him. And everyone's
really?
Like,
which one is the one?
She's 29 and he's 20.
Which one is the one that looks just like Victoria?
Oh,
Cruz or Romeo?
Romeo.
Oh, Romeo probably.
Cruz looks just like Justin Bieber, I think.
Oh, right.
I mean, I kind of think they both look like Justin Bieber, but Cruz to me looks much more like him. I see it in Romeo more.
Show me Romeo.
Romeo is in the middle. Cruz is at the end.
Oh, Cruz has some swag.
Yeah.
Romeo's Victoria, don't you see?
Yeah. Now I see for sure.
Look at her for 7. Yeah. She ain't 7 anymore.
No,
that's not kind of.
But that's where I'm like, that's where when I see.
There should have been a Miss You Brooklyn, Beckham and Nicola.
Yeah, right?
That's what should be in that caption.
There wasn't. Yeah.
So, we know.
Yeah.
Something's going on, guys.
Something's definitely going on.
I know.
Bravo just announced kind of out of the blue, like it was like, hey, here's this tweet and here's 4 new shows.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Okay.
We're getting The Valley Persian Style, which is picking up with the cast from Shahs.
Yeah.
We're getting Wife Swap Housewives edition and
Gorga or something?
No. There was one more shoot. Now I'm forgetting what it was. The
last one. The Gen X.
Ladies of London.
Oh, okay. Now the Gen X with Gia?
Yes, that's all right. Oh, that's been announced. That one premieres like soon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Ladies of London, which
people are really excited about.
Because that had such a like cult following when it was out, and then it ended and people were so sad about it.
Yeah.
And there was like no update. It was like, oh, why? Whatever. And now they're bringing it back, and it seems like they're bringing it back kind of in a Houses of Dubai type way. They said, London socialites, but also
so
international people that live in London. No, I don't think so.
Okay, so not like the Caroline Stanbury.
I mean, unless Caroline Stanbury wants to go back to London and leave Dubai.
Oh, right. She's okay.
I don't know how.
What are you gonna watch out of all these or all of them?
I'm most intrigued, I think, by a housewife's wife swap.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I think initially when you read the title, it seemed like housewives are switching families, but I think it's like, oh, you're gonna watch Melissa Gorga go live with a family, like a normal family in Texas, and the mom from that family is gonna go live with the Gorgas.
Okay, so not like Melissa and like Heather Dubrow. Switching.
Yeah. I don't know for sure. That's just the way I read it.
That sounds light though.
Yeah. Like easy fun.
I might do Rhode Island just because
I think I'll do Rhode Island too. Yeah, I'm so intrigued
because I want to start with something. I like starting with something. Yeah,
from the beginning.
Yeah, because if you're not caught up on all the Bravo housewives, like go start at season. Yeah. It's so hard.
It is hard. The only reason I ever did it was because of COVID. Like was my opening. Because before that I didn't watch them.
And now you're on everyone. You know all of them.
I watch because I started COVID, so I went back and I watched Jersey, New York, Beverly Hills. So I went into those, and then since then, Salt Lake City, Miami, Dubai, like they all started.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was like, I'll watch these too.
Okay. So what's your fave?
Yeah. New Jersey has always been
really
a favorite. I love Beverly Hills, and as far as the new ones, I love Miami.
Really?
I really love Miami. They're really funny on Miami.
Huh. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to start Rhode Island.
Yeah, Rhode Island is going to be interesting because I want to know where they're all living. Is this Newport? Is this are we talking Newport, old money, New England, beautiful, cliffside houses and like that? Or...
Well, I don't know Rhode Island well.
Yeah. Newport has an insane amount of old school New York history of that luxurious early 1900s feel when you go do the mansion tours and everything. And I was like, oh, maybe Andy Cohen called up his buddy Anderson Cooper, who is a Vanderbilt. Yeah. And the Vanderbilts laid a lot of claim up there in Newport, and they were like, what's the
what's the tea?
What's the family members of those lineages doing now? Are they involved at all?
People that come from money.
Or is it just going to be totally random? People that just live in Rhode Island. I don't know.
Casting call.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I know. And I never watched Shaw's, so not I don't have too much interest in it, but I know people are so obsessed.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to make the Valley version of a lot of places.
Wow. That just shows you the fucking Valley.
Yeah. Well, I think they just shot past what a lot of people
thought
that they were
amazing. Amazing. How great. How this television is the quickest 40 minutes of my life or whatever,
Remember when they announced the show and everyone was like, boo, boring. Yep. Married families with kids in the Valley? Yuck.
Right. I know. But
and now all these couples hate each other, getting divorced, affairs.
No, but we knew. So we were like, yuck, no, ew, only Vanderpump Rules. And then it was two couples that started filming are already divorced. And you're like, I'm tuning in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think all the Vanderpump people that are not doing other things want to be on the Valley.
I know.
They're all in the after show. It's crazy. They're all in the after show. You watch the after show. It's Sheena, Brock, Schwartz, Lala are all in it talking about the Valley.
They no, not in a if they're getting
steady
paid,
paycheck.
They're getting fucking show up to that. Yeah, sometimes you watch the after show and you're like, why is Jax there for the ending of Vanderpump Rules?
I know, right?
You don't understand.
I'm why am I listening to Schwartz talk about Jax's
first of all,
cocaine problem? Which I guess Schwartz could probably talk about it the most.
Yeah, I think Sandoval said on mine I don't do coke, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, meanwhile Schwartz, I feel like it was a just stress off his back that on camera Schwartz could be like, man, you were doing so much blow.
Right, it's now we can
finally
we can talk about the elephant in the room. Yeah.
And no, Schwartz has been so cute on everything he's been on recently that I'm like, oh, poor guy.
He gets
on Summer House, he's like, hold on to these friendships. Yeah. They're gonna be. We don't have them anymore.
He felt like the weird uncle though a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
The girls were like, "Why are you in our room? We didn't brush our teeth yet." That was the vibe.
I felt it when he was walking around the party and introducing himself to the party goers, being like, "Hey, I'm Tom Schwartz."
He's so cute though, but is 45. So no, Summer House is.
But that's what I think. I think the Valley, they'll do
more
Valley, New York.
Yeah.
It won't be called the Valley, but that's that kind of vibe.
Right.
Because it's
are you going to
watch keep watching Lynsey, but
though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to care about the random employees of Sir?
Yeah, because you know what? I didn't think I was going to care. And it might take me a little bit to get into it. And not enough people talk about it now. But the first season of Southern Hospitality.
You watch it.
I was like, ugh. I watched the first 5 episodes and was like, I don't care about this. And then I just heard some rumblings about this last season about how it was so good and these people are nuts. And I tuned back in and I was like, oh, I'm locked in.
Oh, you're locked
in. They
in.
are nuts.
It is
because
crazy
they're
how
doing that early Vanderpump vibe of this couple cheating rumors, people are getting set up, new couples are being formed.
Yeah.
It takes a couple seasons, I think, with the new
Well,
cast.
I want to ask you, I saw you had Jessie on. Do you think he
Jesse Solomon, yes.
Do you think you redeemed yourself? He redeemed himself on your pod? Because by the clips, it looked like no. He just smiled.
I would say no.
Yeah.
There was certain
moments. Did you try to help him get there?
Yeah, we did. We did.
We really
did. And I like Jesse. Like when I see him, like he's nice and we can have a good conversation. I think he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I think he's like just
not ready.
Like tripped and fell into the deep end and it was like too much. And now the way he's handling it is not great.
What do you think?
But he he sat in the seat and was like tried to talk to us about the club night when he was like totally jealous of Lexi flirting with Wes, and he looked at me and Ria and he was like, "Oh my God, no! Like I loved it." And we were like,
"That I saw that." Yeah, I saw that.
We're like, we watched it.
Yeah,
we saw you. We saw how you reacted.
But then his explanation of "No, I didn't" was, "I did that on purpose so that I could look better." And I'm like, in what chick's world? Would you think we would be like, oh, so you did it so great?
And we just like Ria and I like moved on. We were like, okay. Like clearly we're not going to get like, when that happens, it's like, okay, I'm not going to argue with you about it now.
I feel like, again, going back to like me having sympathy is just those moments of first season, he felt like he was vibing.
Yeah.
Singing career.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone, what would Jesse Solomon do?
And then the crash is so hard to watch, and it happens so much. Like
so much.
It happens so. I mean, Hannah Berner is an amazing example that you can then come back and sky fucking rocket up. But she had the same thing. I remember she had an amazing season, and it was like, you had such an amazing season. And everyone's like compliments you on that.
Yeah.
Like you came in, and then it's like, but what's gonna come next?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And sometimes it could be other people kind of make it happen to you, but in his case, he made it happen to himself. But I do have, didn't you feel like for a moment like that when he thought he could confide in the girls, and I think it was before you recorded before this happened, but there was a moment where I was like, okay, we get it's a reality show and everyone's like, did you know that she said, but I feel like the girls have a camaraderie that can't be broken and they would never tell other shit about each other. But he's not there yet.
Right. I think Jesse thought he was one of the girls.
We were there.
Yeah.
He's like, but you're my friends. And they're like, you said it. We said it. Like Paige said it to his face. Like, you said it. What did you think was going to happen?
And Sierra's like not fucking with him at all.
Sierra's not fucking with him. No, but they're good now.
Now, but even still on the show, it is not good even from them talking in this. Did you see? Oh my God! Did you see
how dumb
Lexi?
when he told her I said that for you to make you feel
No, not
crazy.
Good. All not good.
Yeah,
all not good. She was just like I love Sarah because he's talking to her and she's like, look, it's fine. I'm over it. I don't really fuck with you right now. I don't really fuck with her right now. It's like that. It is what it is.
Don't you love Sierra's confidence trajectory of she came in as, let me remind you guys, Luke's weird, maybe hookup, maybe not.
Yep.
Came in really in this weird situation because it looked like she hates Luke. Like when I actually met her in real life, one of the first things I asked was how much you hated Luke, you hated him. What was hookup-y vibes there? It looked like she hated him. And then watching her be part of the cast, gain confidence, and become okay, queen of the house.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with you. Goodbye. I love it. I love
know,
that she, has the confidence, but then she has those vulnerable moments where gets weak for a guy, just like so many of us have.
Exactly.
But what's Wes doing right now? Let me show you guys what Wes is doing right now. He's just
I know.
Chilling.
And everyone's
chilling.
People are either happy with what he's doing or they're like, okay, now you're not doing anything at all. You're just
right. But the thing is, he's not doing anything, and he's also saying oh, I can't really talk about it because people are gonna hate me.
He's legit terrified.
So, but don't you understand a little bit though?
For sure.
But they don't. I mean, reality TV is hard. He's terrified, so he's not gonna talk about it. But then Jesse will bring it up, so he says I'm not talking about it because I'm terrified. So it's kind of I
know.
Yeah,
I know.
But he does have swag. And you don't think so? You hate him.
From time to no, I don't hate him.
He's a good time.
I don't hate him. I've never really hung out with him or even really talked to him
on the
to be
show.
honest.
No, me neither.
Me
neither.
Yeah.
On the show.
No, on the show. Look, Ria and I have both said watching him this season, we're like, look, he's had some funny moments.
Yeah.
Like, we're laughing at the way, him dancing with that candlestick at the party. Like, I'm laughing.
No, so funny.
I'm laughing.
So
like,
funny.
There's some of the jokes he's making. Yeah, I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Like, it's
crazy
definitely
how
there.
a guy, like, you look at Sierra.
Yeah.
And you're.
We had the funniest moment. We were in the studio the other day, and he was here doing, I'm not quite sure what he was doing or if whatever, but he walked by the door was open, and he popped his head and was like, "Hey, ladies, like, you getting ready to record?" And we were like, yeah. But, like, we've never met him, and like, it was just like, there was.
But see, he's so cute.
No, it was, but we were cracking up because then he was just like, "Okay, bye." Like, he didn't even walk into the door. He just, like, was outside the door.
Aww.
I kept going, but no. I have laughed at him a lot this season. Lexi said recently that Jesse was, like, telling her a lot of tea behind the scenes and, like, kind of talking shit. And the biggest thing was that he said that, like, Wes got so famous for fucking over Sierra.
But is that true?
I don't know.
Like, famous in a bad way.
Yeah. But I guess, fame is fame.
But Jesse's seeing right now that it's not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He posted this TikTok that popped up for me.
Oh.
And he was like, "I'm out of the comment section, guys."
I know. Is that the
Not
one where he was
reading
like,
it anymore.
a girl just stopped me on the street.
Yeah.
She said, keep your head up or whatever the hell she said.
And then all the comments are like, "No girl stopped you. Nobody cares. Everybody hates you." And I'm like, but that's when I feel bad for
No, same. That's when I feel bad
you're
too.
Like,
that's when I feel bad too.
Yes, you
especially with reality TV.
Especially with reality TV. Because, like, you come on, you think it's going to be great. You do messy shit, which is why we watch. Let me remind you, we would have had no season.
No season, zero.
We would have
nothing
no
else
season.
happens.
Nothing else happened. So, like, that's your show. Enjoy the tea.
Yep.
Eat some popcorn. Hug Lexi when you see her. And move on. Like, we don't have to take it so personally, all of these things.
Everyone, they really do. It's like, whoa, calm. Like, with the reality TV, you have to be...
And Bravo.
Right.
Like,
and
go on TLC. But, like, if you go on
vile
Bravo,
people, whatever, but... And you can not like people.
Yeah.
But it's just, it does get to a next...
It gets to a
It does get to a next level. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet made their red carpet debut at a award show in Italy.
Yeah.
Which was a choice. I love that it was
it's very Kim.
It's
very Kim.
Totally.
You know why
it was
it's
like,
Kim?
you know what, I'm going to... Because she loves Italy and it's...
No, because do you remember with Pete? She was so calculated about the first carpet. They showed a little BTS. And it was like... She didn't want to do the Met. She was like, that's too obvious. So they did the correspondence dinner right before.
Right.
So that's so like a page out of Kim's playbook.
Totally.
Like, don't do the obvious thing.
With the Met literally like 2 nights before.
With the Met 2 nights before, do like the random Italy Oscars or whatever. I do love it, but I'm always honest about how I feel. So like while I salivate over them and could watch every angle of her side boob, I also and like zoom in on his hands because those were some hands, you guys. The hands were big.
It was a good practice pose.
You think it was practice?
100%. They hit that pose so hard.
You think?
Oh my God. It almost looked like Timothy was like, ready? Like, he was like, here we go. Right. Like, they walked on and then they like gave each other a look. And then it was like perfectly, like she did a perfect side turn and his hand went right. Like,
but the
over,
hand was way bigger than you would think for such a small guy. He also has
taller.
BDA.
He looked tall, He looked tall. Like, in her outfit, like, he was given tall energy, too.
You know what I realized? Okay, so 2 things. One, I said I'd be honest. To me, it was anticlimactic just because, like, when you draw something out so long, like, we know you're together, you're in the audience of, like, a gazillion of these things, you're at the hotel, like... So, like, we know you're together, just give it to us. So that's why it's never going to be, like, stop everything when you've been waiting for it for so long. But they looked beautiful. But I also realized what I feel about them. First of all, they're children, both of them. And he's also small, so he's, like, really, like, a little boy. And they're so young.
Yeah.
So you kind of see them, and they're kind of, like, high school sweetheart.
Totally.
Like, they're literal, like, cute... couple. You forget she has kids.
Yeah.
You forget she gave birth twice. Like, that's a big thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember I had the fat Jewish on for an episode, and he's fucking wild. And we talked about Timothée Chalamet when he started dating Kylie. And I remember being like, I thought he wouldn't be able to handle dead ass, you know? Like, that's an ass you need, like, a man for, you know?
Yeah.
And he is kind of a boy. But then I realized, like, he's probably, like...
Or is it the other way around? Like, you know, he can.
Right.
He's so opposite that you think he wouldn't.
Exactly.
That he actually is so good.
And when you see little Tim and you see him like getting down and all these things, you're like, okay, like you're different. The Timberlands. You see the untied Timberlands at the game? Listen.
No, I know.
It could go both ways for me. Like untied Timberlands, don't know about it.
Because never in a million years would 5 years ago you'd be like watching freaking Little Women and like seeing Timothée Chalamet and being like, you know what? Him and Kylie Jenner make the perfect pair.
Right. That's what's so, but do you think?
And from her side too, it's like so different.
Do you think, I think that it's huge for Kylie, because at the end of the day, like he's an Oscar nominated mega actor.
Yeah.
And like she's on his arm.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I know, I agree.
Crazy.
And I think he's like chill and down to earth and funny and like all these things that I think are good for Kylie.
I know, but what does he think about like her lifestyle? Like, how is he with the like?
I know.
Like, what is he like?
Yeah.
So, babe, like, Cosmic coming out. Like, I just like want to know what the vibes are.
Is he like gonna get her children's names tattooed on him? Like,
but she looks so fucking good.
So good.
So good. And they do like these like montages with her and Travis Scott, and that she looked like sadder.
Yeah.
And then Timothée, she's like glowing.
Yeah.
Everything is like like her at that tennis game with the boobs out.
I know.
Those boobs.
She's got them.
She's got
them. And she got them and she flaunts them. And what?
She loves them.
If you got it, flaunt it. That's what they say. So.
And she really looks so good and happy. And they just look like that young, cute couple
Totally.
that you're like.
I know, you watch them like smile up at each other and you're like, oh.
But do you think Endgame?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. This like. And it comes into the age thing. It's still so young. You know?
Maybe not.
But then it's like I get different feelings about it because, like Tom Holland and Zendaya from the beginning, I was like, yes. Like if they break up, I'll die.
Yeah.
Like I'll be so sad.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know they're getting married, so you never know.
But they give Endgame vibes.
They do.
Yeah.
They totally do.
Which like Kylie and Timmy give like we hope it's Endgame, but like could we see a proposal?
Right.
And like him like at a giant Calabasas mansion for the rest of his life.
I know. But I do love that they have seemingly taken it pretty slow.
Yeah.
You know, they've been together for a while now.
I think like what, 2 years almost?
Probably at least a year and a half. I think would be my guess.
And she pointed to his dad. Did you see that clip?
Yeah, that was cute.
The dad was there.
Yeah.
Do you think the dad is like walking behind Kylie's like ginorm badonkadonk? Like, what is he feeling? Like, that's all I could focus on.
I mean,
like,
is that not like father-son relationship? Like, son, like. Let me shake your hands.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. That's not the New York City girls. Like, he went to LaGuardia High School. Like, I went to high school right next to it. That ass wasn't in LaGuardia, let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you.
Oh, that ass
is
that ass is not anywhere. Quite literally not anywhere.
It's not anywhere.
But that's one of one.
It's the main event. It's the accessory. It's the main event. And he can handle it. You know, Pete Davidson is different. You know, Timmy, but him handling that ass, like, I just feel like moving forward, he just dated so differently before.
For sure.
No ass before.
For sure.
Now ass.
Yeah, major.
Can never go back.
Major. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
He probably can't go back.
No, I was going to say. Definitely can't.
That's what I'm focusing
on.
Can't. I'm sorry.
No, that's so funny. It's cracking me up. Doechii put out a little joke about the Met Gala umbrella situation. We can talk about this quickly. She was like, oh, sorry, like a girl needed more umbrellas. And, you know, I do find that this was maybe a little harsh for her, the response of like, oh my God, she's being so mean. I think that's like first met, high stress.
Yeah.
You know, she is obviously raising her voice and yelling and like, more umbrellas. But it's like, I don't know. She wasn't like, fuck you guys. Like, you're fucking up my first Met. Like, this is a disaster.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like,
how did she make
cover
fun of
my
it,
outfit.
Though? What did she say?
She posted a TikTok and she put the caption over it that said, God forbid a girl needs more umbrellas. And then she wrote in the caption, she said, all jokes aside, this was such an overstimulating night. but I wouldn't trade it for the world. This was the night we all dreamed of, and my team killed it. Parentheses, umbrellas aside. Yeah. So it's just like,
yeah.
I think she lashed out.
Yeah.
She needed more umbrellas.
I like the apology.
Yeah, but
can we? Okay. Hot take.
Yeah.
Moment. The Met, let's get over the hype. Stop with the walking fucking porta potty over you.
Yeah.
No one
it does
Sabrina
suck,
Carpenter
though.
that she came out with the
coat. Yeah.
That's a
Easy.
good move, I feel like.
Yeah.
Put a coat, you don't want people to see. But the mark has become kind of where you show your outfit, which I get sucks. You want to reveal it there.
Yeah.
But you either lean into it or you don't. I think walking around with the thing is just a lot. And at the end of the day, her outfit was so cool.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't feel like it was this giant gown that she needed to cover.
No.
It was a cool I feel like her outfit didn't align with the umbrellas.
Yeah, that's.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
it was
fair.
A cool Billie Eilish kind of vibe outfit.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. And I
it
loved
was a really cool shorts, jacket, Louis Vuitton vibe. Yeah.
But the umbrellas, at the end of the day, I think that this isn't a mistreats her employees moment.
Yeah.
I feel like it is probably so hard to be calm, and she didn't mean to offend them. She probably just was more umbrellas. It can happen to anybody. Appreciate the apology, but I feel like we should need to I feel like the Met isn't that. Oh, I know what you went hard on. Now I remember that I was surprised that you were hated Hailey Bieber's.
Boring.
No, I know.
It's
but you were, yeah.
I know we were talking about that yesterday because sometimes we do have conversations when we put our social clips out of
you know what the thing
hey, do we clip this? Is this gonna really piss people off? Whatever. And we talked about it, and I was
she's sensitive. She's sensitive.
She is, but I'm sorry. I'm not saying I hate Hailey Bieber and I hate
I agree.
She is so stunning. Her makeup looked flawless. She wore a black blazer dress that any 26-year-old girl would wear out to dinner on a Saturday night in New York.
Yeah. Yeah.
She looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
She always looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
I felt the same with Kendall. She looked beautiful, but I wasn't
Kendall had better looks.
And I just think with
Kendall probably regrets not wearing she did that angel look last year.
There's just such with a cool theme. There's so much you can do.
But maybe that's
and
what I'm
do
saying.
something different.
Calm down with our expectations of this night. Calm down with the importance of this night.
Yeah.
It's almost a little pathetic. I feel like we need to calm down. Nobody even knows what it's for. Yeah. It's raising funds for the costume fucking department. So maybe we. And then I think one person I saw being I'm so excited for the exhibit. I'm what exhibit? Nobody's talking
Nobody
about
knows
that.
You can literally go to an exhibit. Yeah, that is
you
true.
can go right now.
Yeah.
See the exhibit that was at the Met. So I feel yes, it's a very cool event to be invited to, and it's status and it's whatever. But it's also maybe let's lower expectations. That wasn't mad or that.
Yeah.
And it's.
I just think it's such a fun party where I do. For sure, but I do think if you are invited and you go,
put the effort,
put the effort in and have fun with it.
Well,
and
did you see Heidi
stick
Klum?
to the theme.
That's so funny.
Another one.
Klum? No, Heidi Klum.
I was boo.
Heidi Klum literally put a black dress. She
put a black dress. So it's just
but you know what I love about Heidi Klum?
But the mark everyone does have to get over because I think you have to accept that you're going to be photographed before you'll get your shot on the carpet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can't freak out that
Zendaya
someone's going to get a glimpse.
Zendaya did it.
Yeah.
Which I love her. I feel she just does things so cool. She fucking walked by in the thing.
Always.
She went quickly. She didn't stop and pose.
Yeah.
So you couldn't be sure of what's up. But I think the bar is high from previous years, but I feel it's become sort of I don't know. It became the expectations are too high. But yeah, Hailey Bieber could have done more than a tuxedo dress. Yeah.
100%.
100%.
What were you going to say about Heidi Klum?
Oh, she's invited to every event. She goes everywhere and I love it. Somebody make a fucking, just every event. She's at every premiere. She just goes.
She loves the carpet.
Yeah, she loves the carpet. She wants to get those Getty pics,
for sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last thing is just this page 6 headline, which I feel is a little redundant, but it has been in the news recently because of Prince Harry, losing that he doesn't get his security when he's back in the UK, the whole thing. But this is Prince Harry is being blackballed by royal family because none of them trust him or Meghan Markle. Sources say. This is a source that
Megan Sussex. Thank you.
Megan. Yep. I generally think nobody trusts him, and that's the bottom line. The royal family has major trust issues with him, and that's what's at the heart of everything. They don't trust him and Megan, and that's why they can't have a relationship. Maybe there's room to forgive, but they won't forget. Forgiveness and trust are two different things. I'm like, oh my God, this is so dramatic.
Who is the source?
So dramatic. A source. A source tells Page 6. And that's kind of it. But like, is it really that? I feel like he lost it after the book.
Lost
any trust. I think maybe if him and Megan had left and moved and whatever.
He went in the interview right now and said, I don't talk to my father.
Yeah, not at all.
So like he said it.
I know.
Okay, breaking
and I think
news.
it's like also because Charles, I guess, was like really upset about the whole security battle that they were going through. But then Prince Harry also was like, it's so sad that I'll never be able to like bring my kids to the UK.
That is sad.
Yeah, but is that true? Like,
what do you mean bring them?
He can't take them home, like, because they don't have security?
Oh, that's what he said?
Yeah. It was more, right? No, I feel like that was...
because...
They won't provide him security.
They won't provide him security.
He can afford his own security.
Oh, right.
Like, they won't provide him security, and he then said, like, oh, you know, my kids won't be able to be in the UK.
Aye.
Which I'm like, they could go to the UK. They could go. No?
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I thought that was kind of bizarre.
The egg from H? Like, I don't know what's happening.
I thought that was kind of bizarre.
But I do think, like, these headlines, like, nobody's talking about that right now. You know what I mean? So why are we, you know what I mean? Like, where is this stemming from? An interview that somebody did?
No, it's like just, I think that there is, like, a rotation where every 3 weeks or something, they want to just, like, throw something out about them.
What's so crazy? Like, people don't realize... Because when Meghan wanted to leave, right? The royal family, like the UK, whatever. And then people see her on Netflix and they're like, we thought you wanted privacy. And it's like, no, she didn't want to deal with that kind of shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? She didn't say, I never want to be famous again. I don't want to be known. I don't want to be on TV.
I know. That's
she said, like, the royal life ain't for me.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, might not be for everybody.
Totally. Like, but watch me make a veggie platter. And I will crush it.
Did you watch the show?
I did. Honestly, I loved it.
Yeah?
Like, it was like a great comfort show. You throw it on, you're like, she's getting the vegetables from the garden. Yeah. She's taking the honey. She's making the jam. She's, making a beautiful salted fish with her girlfriends.
I'm obsessed that she did a shop my.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, could have never seen that coming.
Same. I loved it, though.
I
went through all of it. I went through all of it.
But it's crazy. I'm like, so many Banana Republic. We love to see it.
She loves a high-low.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, okay, Zara pants, but a $3,000 Laura Piana's cashmere sweater. So a little high-low. This was what Harry said. Harry said he did not think he would ever be able to bring his wife and their children back to Britain and claimed his father, the king, could resolve the issue. In an interview with BBC News, he said because of the security decision, he cannot see a world in which see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. I can only come to the UK safely if I am invited, and there is a lot of control and ability in my father's hands. Ultimately, this whole thing could be resolved through him, not by intervening, but by stepping aside and allowing the experts to do what is necessary. That said, this was all initiated under previous government. There is now a new government. I've had it described to me once people knew about the facts that this is a good old-fashioned establishment stitch-up, and that is what it feels like. Because they won't let him have, like, official royal security, government security when he goes. I don't know. Is it that, like... Is it naive of me to think that a member of the royal family like can't live their life in their own country without government security?
Maybe it's like sniper shit.
I don't know. Yeah, I know.
Maybe we're thinking like the barricade fans,
right? But
maybe
I'm thinking like, don't you have your own like personal security like that could just go with you,
like Justin Bieber's?
But
guy,
no, you're probably right because when the royal family are home in their homes, because like there are snipers around.
But then we're talking about like. The cars that when the president's here, think about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what
Megan already does that. She goes around New York with like 4 cars. There's like decoys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because they had that whole moment. Like, what was it, last year, 2 years ago, where it was something about like they were being chased around New York City.
Oh.
Yeah. And everyone was like, uh-oh.
Maybe he needs more detail, but it's also like, what are you like? The Beckhams, like, why are we airing this out?
Isn't it so funny though? Like, in when
like we go for like
use
reality
the phrase,
TV.
but like we use the phrase like, what do you think? You're the Prince of England? And then we're like, no, he really,
yeah, he really
no,
is.
like, he really is.
He really is.
So maybe he does need it.
Maybe he does. I mean, there's so many intricacies because like he is, but he isn't. But like she uses a Duchess, but she's not. But then people are like, no, she is. But then she changed her name to size the kids are.
Yeah.
So like, unless
she's got that royal monogram still on her stuff, you know. So
wouldn't I know?
Yeah.
Wouldn't I know, friend?
No. Where'd you put it?
I made its own box.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I was like, please,
because you
should
know
be
what?
framed. Like,
because I have a letter box.
Yeah.
I'm into like letters and I save
Yeah.
cards for my birthday. So I was gonna put it there. I was like,
no, it is no special place.
Like I don't know what else is gonna go in there. Like maybe like if I ever get a note from anybody else important.
Well, she'll be the first of your famous people notes.
Famous people notes
of that box.
You guys have some competition.
Which is so funny. I know. Imagine you're like, you just put it in the other box and 20 years from now, you're like, let me go look through my old birthday cards. You're like, oh,
Megan.
Here's my note for Megan.
I know. So crazy.
No, that's so fair. And hopefully you get to grow the box. More letters and notes. That would be so fun.
That is true. It is very her and on brand with the show
100%.
that she wants to start writing notes.
You got to see the calligraphy in real life.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
She's got that beautiful handwriting.
She does. And then I learned that she worked. She did it. Because she was like, that's not her. And then other royalist historians were like,
she did wedding invites.
She did. So that's all her. And she really, like, I did some digging about how the note came to be. And I was told that it was her idea. And that she said, like, oh, we should write her a note. And then she said, I want to start writing notes. Like, I want it to be a thing.
It's like the most Megan thing ever.
So if anybody else gets to know, let me know. But I think
really
for now.
also be such a part of the show. Like,
I should write her a note.
I'm going to bring back letters.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring back the written word.
I mean, it is kind of nice.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful touch.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful touch. So, no, that's amazing.
I realized I really didn't write her anything.
No.
Do you think I should have said thank you for the note?
I feel like you posting freaking out is thank you.
You're
enough.
like reminding me, no, Amanda, you're a loser.
No, I'm like,
on
Amanda.
Your Instagram in 5 seconds.
I said also, full post.
Yeah.
Full post.
Well, duh. You don't have to think it deserved grid.
100% it does.
I was just checking.
No. But I'm saying,
Grid.
I think for her to, like, she knows.
She knows, I know.
She knows to be like, oh my God, I got a full
No, she
grid.
knew, and she probably knew, like, you know, she probably knew that I would share it. Like, excuse me. Gotta.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why she said, well, I hope you're on like the list now for all her new.
Well, I got the jam.
Exactly.
I got the jam.
I only got the jam because
You got the jam?
I got the jam because a follower bought it. I missed the sale. And a follower bought 2. She was so nice. She sent me one of them so that Ria and I can try it. Divine. The jam was fantastic.
Wait, I need to know how this happened. The follower told you, I have another one, and then you gave her address.
A girl DM'd me.
Keep it?
A girl DM'd me.
Yeah.
I did not.
You're like,
she had 2.
You like gave the address right away.
She had 2. She DM'd. She said,
I need to learn from you.
I have 2. I don't need 2. I can send you the other one if you guys want to try. And I said, I'm dying to try it. Please send it. She sent it to the Barstool office.
Oh, that's cute.
And Ria and I got to try it.
Cute.
And
I would feel bad probably.
Well, you know what? She had one already. And who needs more than one jam, really?
I know. It is true. I didn't open mine.
What?
Because it's still in the thing. What, you fully are eating it every day?
Yeah.
Really?
That's fair. I was gonna say
you know what? To be honest, I have like a post idea. This is how long it takes me to like think of a like when you're like when you're like that would be funny to do a reel.
Yeah.
So
you have to try it.
I know. No,
we tried it live on the show.
Oh, you did?
And it was really good.
What'd
really
you put
good.
On?
We were just working with what we had in the office that day, and it was Monday, so it was Bagel Monday because they get made bagels here.
Yeah.
So we did like a little toasted bagel, a little cream cheese and raspberry jam.
Was it so good?
So good.
I did like lick a little bit of it.
Okay.
I might have went like because I was didn't know what to do in the moment. And it did taste very like legit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you could see the fruit in there. You could see the fruit.
That's what I loved. You could see the little seeds.
You could see the seeds. Yeah. On like the trash.
I was like, this shit is real. This is the real deal right here.
It's really preserved.
So, no, it was delicious. But yeah, they're not going back to the UK anytime soon, sadly. And that's all the topics. I've kept you here forever. Thank you so much for staying and going through all the topics with me. And I think this is like this is the beginning and the end of Fran and Friends.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Kind of.
When is she coming back?
No, Monday we have one more. I'll just say Monday's episode. I hope everyone's listening. Forgive me. Monday's episode is going to be on a delay. If everything goes according to plan, we have someone coming in. It'll be great, but it can't be till later in the day, so Monday's episode will be delayed. But she's back on Tuesday.
Oh.
So she'll be back for for episodes next week. We'll be able to break down all the honeymoon fun stuff.
That's fun. She'll be so tan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's gonna be relaxed, tan, just living just on that honeymoon high. But thank you so much.
You,
as always, I love chatting with you. Love talking pop culture with you. Please tell everybody, if they don't already, they can follow you and the podcast. And
Not Skinny But Not Fat.
Yeah.
Didn't change it. Sticking strong, you guys.
Staying strong.
Holding strong.
Holding strong.
Yeah.
You have to, though. It's tough. At this point, it's like you're locked in.
I'm locked in.
It would be imagine the uproar if you just said, guys,
Amanda
I actually
Hirsch.
changed your Instagram name. We just see it just says like Amanda.
Or everyone will come out and be like, great, we hated it. Like, we just felt triggered
No,
every
I think
day.
people will be like, what?
I know. It's so in my heart, and I'm such a loyalist.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta
it feels
stick to
like
it. And it's the podcast.
And it's a podcast, and it gets to, and it's so dumb that it's the podcast. Yes. Like, let's be honest, because like it sounds like, what is it, like a weight loss program? But but you know what? Like we got this far with it, so we're gonna stick with it.
Exactly. Amazing. Thank you so much.
I sell myself well, right?
You do.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. Well done. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
This interview is brought to you by Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. Armani Beauty is renowned for award-winning products that are a must-have in your makeup routine. Armani Beauty believes in enhancing your natural beauty, giving you that lit from within glow. It's developed with the same award-winning technology as the iconic Luminous Silk Foundation. This complexion holy grail is beloved by celebs like Sydney Sweeney and Sadie Sink. The Luminous Silk Concealer is a multi-purpose, lightweight, hydrating, and blurring all-day wear concealer that conceals, smooths, and brightens skin. It provides weightless, medium, buildable coverage, delivering a flawless, luminous finish that feels like your skin. Its formula lives up to the hype with ingredients like glycerin, caffeine, and vitamin E to hydrate, decrease under-eye puffiness, and awaken skin appearance while reducing the look of dark circles and fine lines. With 21 shades, Luminous Silk Concealer's diverse range ensures you'll find the perfect match for your complexion, whether you're looking to conceal, highlight, or contour. I love the Luminous Silk Concealer. I use it every day. I have it on right now. My go-to everyday concealer. You can shop your perfect shade now at Sephora. All right, everyone. We are back with a very special guest, return guest. So excited to have you here. Say hello to Ariana Madix.
Hi.
Oh, now she's going to jump off.
Oh my gosh, she's so
she was gonna
cute.
chill. Now she's going to leave. I'm really trying to handle the, like, just getting a dog and the guilt of like leaving my apartment and being like, okay, bye.
Yeah, it's hard at first. Well, I remember too,
is.
like both Charlotte and Maya, when I first got both of them at those respective times, like they had separation anxiety for sure in the beginning. So it's kind of like, you know, like eventually, but it's hard.
I feel that from her majorly. Like she sits outside the shower. Like when I'm in the bathroom, I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to get used to this. But I know there's certain people I was like, you know what? I know Ariana's an animal person. She'll be okay.
Oh my God, yeah. It's almost better.
It does make it more fun.
Yeah, it's nice
Definitely.
too, because like I've been up all day. I've been up since so early this morning. So like having like a little like.
How long have you been in New York? She's gonna.
I got in town last Friday. I'm here for a week, so
okay, nice.
yeah.
So time to adjust.
Yeah, it was Dan's birthday on Sunday, so we did some things to celebrate that, and then it's just been like, you know, work during the week. But it's nice to do both.
And you're so close to Love Island time once again.
So close. It's kind of flying up. Like, I'm just a little nervous.
Isn't it kind of crazy? It feels like we were just there almost. I'm like, oh my God, now it's time for a whole
we
new
were just
season.
there with those wooden shutters and that hotel room.
Yep. Back in that hotel room.
Yeah.
How crazy was last season for you? Because not only was it a massive success for the contestants, but for you too, it was so huge.
Yeah, and it was crazy too because they had no idea that it was
like really professional here. Unbelievable. She gonna stay like this? Okay.
She needs her own show.
Yep. Okay. Just, you know,
I'm obsessed with her.
Okay, back to you. Massive
Massive
success for you last year,
It was a huge season, but it was crazy because, we knew what we were seeing on social media and stuff, but we weren't here to interact with anyone who was actually able to watch it because you can't watch it over there. So we knew, but we almost didn't know in a way. But then the contestants really didn't know.
Yeah,
because you can't tell them that.
No, that was the craziest thing too. Was even just leaving, and in the airport, some of the contestants were leaving at the same time we were, and they were like, "What is happening right now?"
Yeah.
I was like, guys, you have no idea. No idea. So it's so cool to see what they've been doing, and now they're all gonna do a show.
I love it. I mean, they're stars.
Yeah.
And I feel like truly last season was lightning in a bottle in so many ways. And, I feel like this season should just not try to be anything like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
No one should try to recreate or live up to or anything like that, because I think what makes Love Island so great is that each season is so unique, and I definitely think it'll be like that from last season to this season. But they are all such stars, and I'm actually very excited to be able to watch kind of where they're at now.
Yeah.
And I follow them on social media, but it's different, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same as getting a glimpse into, these relationships that they're in almost a year later. So I'm excited about watching that too.
What advice would you have for them kind of jumping into the reality? It's such a different type of reality TV.
Yeah.
Probably more, Vanderpump Rules-esque.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too. I think it'll be similar to that vibe. I guess, everyone fell in love with them because they were also authentically themselves. Each one of them is so unique and such a clear personality. So if they can just hold on to that and keep doing that, I think that will be something that really resonates with viewers. But it is different. And in Love Island, in the villa, there's so many situations that kind of lead you to drama or over the top moments.
Yeah.
And real life doesn't really have that.
Right.
So don't try to create it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. It's such a different, they're not all living together. They're not all seeing each other 24/7.
There's no challenge where someone has to read mean tweets about you or you don't have to kiss, marry, pie anyone. You kind of just, can go to a bar and have a conversation. So it is it'll be different.
Yeah. Are you surprised at all that a lot of these couples are still together? Because Love Island US hasn't had the best track record for success. True. But this season, they're thriving.
I didn't find it too surprising just because watching them on the season, you could tell that these relationships were super genuine. But at the same time, sometimes you watch a show and you think the same thing, and then they break up right after and you wonder well, what was I seeing?
Right.
But with them, it really felt like they were legit. So
yeah. I think what you also said was so true that and I think that speaks for the contestants that are now going to be on the next season to not try and copy. I'm going to be the new Leah, or I'm going to be because it's not going to work. Yeah. And that's when the internet tears people apart too.
Yeah. And then people say, people can always see right through it is the thing. Yeah. And, of course, people comment and they're like, how are they going to live up to, or, how are they going to top? It's we're not going to top. It's every season has its own lane. And I feel like that's how it's going to be successful.
What are you looking forward to just yourself, returning to Fiji life?
I'm kind of looking forward to getting back into that. I don't know. There's a little bit of a routine that I would have on my days off. Getting back into hanging out with my team, my host team, because they're the best. And I don't know, it's a little bit freeing in a way where I am so far removed from everything that's going on in LA or whatever. So it's a little bit, it can be a little bit stressful, but it can also be super
right.
It's what time zone is it?
Exactly.
I can't even deal with that right now.
I was gonna say, especially with the time change, it's you're living might as well be a different universe. You're like, oh, that happened hours ago. Like it's over now. I missed it. It's like you completely sleep through things. You're like, oh, it's the next day.
Yeah.
Missed that completely.
Yeah, sometimes that can be nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Was it tough kind of keeping up with your like personal relationships though when you're over there?
Well, it's tough because like with my friends, I would miss my friends and they would all be, you know, in the group text or hanging out and talking about going out to dinner and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I miss you guys.
Right. Like, is it like, do you want to still be in the group chat?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
you don't want to see what everybody's doing.
Yeah, I get FOMO a little bit like that. And then I come back in July and I'm like, you guys still like me? Like, are we cool? Are we friends still?
We were joking about it with, a different situation. We were joking about it with Ria because she's on her honeymoon right now.
Yeah.
And we have our team Chicks in the Office chat. And we were like, she was like, don't take me out of it because there's work stuff that we need to talk about. I was like, Ria, I'm not texting you about the day-to-day stuff that you don't need to see. You're on your honeymoon. This is when you should not be looking at any of it.
Yeah, and even if you think you're not going to look at it, that notification will get you totally in the phone.
100%.
Yeah.
Exactly. To be like, oh, shoot. Okay, now you're you're having a beautiful dinner with your husband and you're like, seeing the Team Cedo chat. I'm like, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
It's not important. But how's life been for you recently? It's you I feel like the last time I saw you, it was so busy because you're doing Love Island. It was like straight into Broadway and so many, all these amazing things. Have you gotten any chill rest time?
No.
Yeah.
Now it's almost just as busy. It's just not necessarily like front facing busy. It's, you know, whether it's the sandwich shop or meetings, like great meetings, amazing meetings. I certainly don't want to act like I don't love the meetings, but it's a lot of that sort of behind the scenes stuff. So yeah, still just really busy. The holidays were nice.
Yeah, right.
A little break on the holidays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How was the Broadway experience for you?
Oh, incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah. I just last night was able to hang out with one of my castmates, Chris and Faith Weehu. We learned the show together.
Amazing.
And she's Hanyak, so she's still there. So I saw her after the show and it was so nice to see her and catch up. And I love everybody that I was able to do the show with.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would go back in a heartbeat.
I was going to say, like, did it give you the bug to want to do more or other shows?
Yeah. But that's also been like out the womb. I wanted to. So once I was able to do it, I was like, no, I want to keep doing it.
Exactly.
It's so fun.
Exactly. It really, and it's such a fun difference between New York and LA life. What do you prefer now that you've kind of gotten those months in New York doing Broadway?
Yeah. Well, I lived in New York for like 5 years before.
Yep.
And, you know, I was very, very, I've always been a hustler, someone with like many jobs to do it all, right? And so like when I moved from New York to LA the first time, like I was super, super broke. And being here and for those few months last year, it's a different experience when you're living here and you're lucky enough to do what you love and what you've always dreamed of doing. It's obviously like a very different feeling than, you know, promoting cigarettes, bartending, go-go dancing, like the many hats, all of those things. But I feel like they're so different. Like I really love New York, but LA, we have space.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, what is on White Lotus when she's like, I don't think at this age I'm meant to live an uncomfortable life.
Yeah.
Like LA, there is a lot of more of that kind of comfortability.
Right.
Yeah.
Is you have more, you're not shoving everything into an apartment and all those stuff.
And even when I have like a busy day where I have to go do a lot of different things, I can just throw all my shit in the car and just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not with the big bag.
Yeah. I miss that feeling of like just being able to drive wherever. So at first, like being in New York, it's like, oh, I don't really care that much. Can get wherever I want. And now I'm like, I would love to just pack my cart for a day and have it and know where it is and know where all my stuff is.
Yeah, and then when I get home, if I don't feel like unpacking the car, I just leave it there until the next day.
Oh my God, what a feeling.
Yeah, it is kind of nice.
That is so, not schlepping it all on the subway or whatever you have to do to get from the different places. How is the sandwich shop doing?
It's great. Yeah.
It's so cute.
Oh,
Ria and I
thank
have stopped.
Yeah.
We were on a walk the last time we were in LA, and we're like, oh my God, we're so close to something better.
Yeah, we love it. We've been working on I'm not sure when this is coming out, but Mother's Day, we're doing like a really cute Mother's Day brunch.
Amazing. People, this will be Friday, so it'll be pre-Mother's Day.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, come for Mother's Day. All the information's on the Instagram and stuff.
Amazing.
Very excited about that. And we've been looking forward to just kind of over the summer, we have like a couple ideas of some fun things because, you know, we have our our set menu that we absolutely love, but we also love coming up with new fun ideas and ways to incorporate holidays or the seasons. And so, yeah.
What's it been like kind of working on the show? I feel like because so much was shown on the show and now it's like really obviously not on TV as much now. So it's like you see that dynamic of you and Katie and everybody working on it. And now that it's not, is like, has that dynamic changed at all, or have you and Katie just been great doing it?
Yeah, I think we've been truly lucky that we really love working together, and we seem to be super aligned on vision and executing it. And when we're talking about stuff, it feels like we're almost always on the same page.
Yeah.
And of course, like owning a restaurant is hard.
Yeah.
You know, like people aren't kidding when they say that. And we knew it would be difficult going into it. But when you have that person that's your partner, that you have the same vision, it does make things a lot easier.
Yeah.
And then you can focus on all those issues that arise that are hard and not have that be something that you're struggling with. So yeah, it's really cool.
Right. It's like you don't have to worry about
like that part,
all the outside noise. It's like, okay, now we are, business partners. I can do all that.
Yeah.
Have you been watching any of, the Valley or any of these
no,
craziness?
But of course, like it comes up on my TikTok.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, I can't.
I was going to say, does it feel kind of good to be
it's really stressful. Like it's really stressful to see stuff. And it's hard too because especially from what I've seen this season and like talking to my friends that aren't on it, it's very dark.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy. I know. It's like you watch and you're like, I can't believe this is, second season. It's already hit that level. I think, did I see that you were at Kristen's
her baby shower? Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was so nice.
Yeah.
Brittany had all these amazing flowers and everything. Cute cookies and cupcakes or macaroons. Yeah, it was super cute. And Kristen is like the most beautiful pregnant person ever. So
it's really nice crazy. Because of watching her on the show and see what she's been through to get to this point now.
Yeah, and I know
so
that
nice.
her and Luke's journey getting with their fertility and stuff is something that's, and it's really beautiful. And I love it for them.
Yeah, definitely. Really it's so nice.
Yeah.
You also just had, I think, did you say 10 years going to go? 10, is the same squad going to Coachella?
10 Coachellas, yeah.
With the same group, is that what?
There's
or you've
some.
just been to 10 years of Coachella?
I mean, total, I've been 10 years.
Yeah.
Not always. Like, my first 2 years was, I would, like, my friend Rebecca and her crew and my friend Kyle, and, like, they had gone for many years before that. Yeah. So they I kind of, like, came into them. And then it was like, okay, I think I have, like, a lay of the land. And then, like, slowly but surely kind of, but there's a lot of repeat, crew and stuff. And, of course, like, when I convinced Logan to move to LA, of course I'm like convinced him to come to Coachella too. So I love it. It's not my only music festival, but it's the one that I've been to the most. Yeah.
What was your favorite part about this past one?
Oh man. Zinyara, obsessed. It was like an after party. And the LA Phil.
Okay.
Also, we got to meet Yo Gabba Gabba in the wild.
Wow.
Which was super fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know this is like silly, but and their performance was incredible. I was like blown away by it.
When I saw that, I was like, am I on drugs? Like, what I did not know that this was a thing.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with them. I'm older than
I know about the TV show, but even then it was like
I'm not familiar with their songs, but watching their performance, I was like, oh man, these songs are bops.
Yeah.
So it was great.
That's amazing. I know. I went once and loved it and have not been back, but when I saw Zed do Clarity with the LA Phil.
Yeah.
And it just like, as I'm scrolling on TikTok, the video comes up. I was like, full body chills. I was like, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
I've started like a one woman campaign to get them to put that version on Apple Music or Spotify because I need it.
I will join you. It'll be a 2-woman campaign.
Okay, great.
I would also really like to listen to it. I said I was like replaying just the TikTok.
Yeah.
So that I
just
could
to get that.
hear that part happen again. It really is just so nice. And so I mean, what else do you have to do to prep for Fiji?
Well, I really need to get my outfits together. We don't have anything set in stone yet. Of course, like,
do you feel a little pressure because of how amazing last season was?
Yeah, like a lot actually, because I'm like, well, and it also, so much of it depends on what's out there,
right?
I'm not at this like the level where, say, the people who go to, say, a Met Gala,
right.
Where like Gucci is not making me some incredible gown. Like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of yet. That would be sick. But so
Let's
it's a lot of
on the Vine. He'll do full Louis for you.
Yeah.
Like
oh my God. Yeah. Please. Hello. But it's a lot of just, Emily works so hard to source so many things, and we are working on trying to get some custom things as well. But it is dependent sometimes on what is already exists. Right. Sometimes people will comment and they'll be like, well, why didn't you wear something that looks like this? And I'm like, do you send me a link?
Yeah.
I'm like, where is that?
Right.
This
that sounds
really
like
nice. A great idea.
Can I buy that? Because I would like to, and then I'll wear that.
Yeah.
No, that's so true. While you're away for that long, does your boyfriend get to come to Fiji at all? That's a far trip, right?
From New York, yeah. From LA, it's not so far.
Yeah.
But for him from New York, it's definitely a trek. Yeah. Last year he came and stayed for a week. I was there, I think I had 2 weeks before we started actually filming. So he came for that first week. This year I'm trying to get him to come and stay for 2 weeks. Just because it's so nice to have
how could you not
him there. Yeah. And it's 2 years in a row now that my birthday will also be while I'm there.
Okay.
So I'm like,
perfect
hey,
timing.
Everybody come on out.
Yeah. Yep. Perfect timing. Was there anything from like Fiji life that you picked up for your everyday life? Because I feel like the people there are just amazing. Granted, we were there for 4 or 5 days, and we came back being like, oh my God, they're amazing.
Yeah. I feel like, I had this pair, this is going to sound really ridiculous, but I had this pair of Crocs that were given to me out there, and I decorated them all like Love Island themed. And I know this is but it connects in a way. So it's like, I always, living in LA, I feel like there's sometimes pressure to, like look cool when you go out and stuff. And in Fiji, it's like, no one gives a shit. It's hot. It's more just like being comfortable in the heat and just living your life and kind of, having that like, it's more a relaxed feel. Yeah, definitely. And so I definitely feel like that ability or that feeling of relaxation is something that I've taken with me since then. Yeah,
definitely. That was very true. I felt like that was a good way, because when you go back to LA, New York, whatever, it's just so fast paced. Everybody just wants to get from A to B, and it's just like, it's a lot. It's nice to relax. Yeah. Now that you have the full season under your belt hosting, what was like the biggest misconception, maybe not the right word, but like doing a full season as a host? Like, what is something you learned that you didn't think was maybe part of the job?
Well, I think sometimes there's like a misconception that like people will comment and they'll be like, why didn't you say da 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 da, or why didn't you tell, of course last season too it was probably something about Rob,
right,
and they would be like, why didn't you tell Rob to like fuck off, or and I'm like, I cannot, there's a lot of things where they want to know, why am I not coming in there and bringing my thoughts and feelings, and I'm like, that's what After Sun is for me, and because that affects the integrity of the show. I'm the host of the show. So, I think that is a little bit of a misconception that I can just come on in and interact however I'd like to. I have to be a little bit more of like, this is my villa, and I'm like holding court a little bit in a way. That being said, so many times I like want to be like, are you okay? Or like, you're doing great. And I'm like, I can't.
That is so true. I know. Because you're such a fan of the show and have been, where it's like, let's come over here and let's talk about what's happening.
Yeah. And I also sometimes like, I like love them, and I can see how much they're putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
And it can be so hard, especially coming in as like a bombshell or someone from Casa or whatever. And I want to be like, trust me, like you're fine, like you're okay. But it's like, I can't, I don't know. I always want to like pep talk everybody.
Right. When do you kind get to familiarize yourself with the contestants, or do you know anything about who gets to?
Well, yeah. So last year I asked if they could send the bios and their little like tapes, how they would show. Yeah. Because I wanted to know.
Right.
And then sometimes
I'm Megan and I should be on Love Island because.
Yeah. And I want to read like where all this stuff about, and then I try to guess like, who do I think they would like? Right. And then a lot of times it's like completely wrong. Yeah. Like I'm so wrong.
I mean, that's such fun inside
like from
info though
on paper. Yeah. You're like, okay, wow, no, that was not the case.
Right. I feel like that's kind of the dream as a fan of the show too, is like to see who everyone kind of is first, and then you also get to see like from their tapes and stuff. Oh, maybe when the camera's on, they've changed a little bit, or they're acting a little different. You think like, oh, he's gonna go in there and she's gonna love him, and then he walks in and she's like like, oh yeah, I read that very wrong. Very wrong.
Yeah.
Have you had like any favorite moments from hosting?
Yeah, I mean, the getting to witness the brilliance of Serena at that Casa Amor recoupling, that was my favorite. I was so proud of her. And there's not really a lot of cutting to me in that moment. Of course, there shouldn't be. But if you could have seen me, I was standing there just like,
yeah, yep, yeah.
Like I was like, hell yeah, like that. Yeah, I just thought her ability to express her sadness, her anger, her joy, like everything is just so beautiful. And just like as a viewer watching the girls' friendships last season and how supportive they were of each other, I just thought that was so great.
Yeah. And it's going to be so much fun now to, get to watch that friendship change and see them in real life and all the other people. I thought it was so interesting too that like some of the Casa people are sort of involved.
Oh, are they?
And I just feel like in a way that some of the names, they didn't say it fully, but it was like, oh, go to different people may pop in here or there.
Oh.
Which is, I feel, very interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, just because they different friendships and different, even just like Connor. I was like, oh, good for you, Connor.
I was surprised to see it as well.
So you know what? Good for you, Connor.
Yeah.
You get to be on this show. That's going to be, but they do need some of the single people because it's the same element with any reality TV. Mm-hmm. Like you got the couples, but then you want to see.
Yeah, you need a little bit of
someone going on some dates or whatever they have to do.
Exactly.
Right? So, okay, we'll wrap up our last question, our Armani beauty question. You were talking about your outfits, and I know that is also very important, but the looks, the hair, the makeup, everything you did last summer was so spectacular. What do you do now planning? Like, I know outfits you plan, but Pinterest board, like what do you do to think you know what, let's try this look? Because you're so close with your hair and makeup people.
Yeah. I have an ongoing folder that I add looks to that I see on Instagram or TikTok. They do as well.
Yep.
And then I've been in touch with Carl about what is my current hair color so he can make sure he brings all kinds of hair to Fiji to be able to play with and do stuff. And then recently I saw he was doing some wigs on Mora and I was like, bring the wigs,
Bring
babe.
the wigs. Bring the wigs.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What did you have a favorite hair and makeup look from last season? I feel like there were so many.
I really liked, I think it was the second one that was a little bit like the little bob that was flipped out, half up, half down. I just really liked it because it felt very kind of cute, almost cutesy, but then sexy dress. I love that kind of stuff. It's very like mod.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to see all the looks you're going to serve next season. Going to be able to tune in June 3rd. Peacock, ready to go.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I feel the void. Like I miss it. I feel like we haven't had it in a while and everyone's going to be so excited.
Yeah, that promo that we shot when they start playing the theme song, I was like, oh.
I know,
what
right?
a relief I missed that.
It settles you.
Yeah.
It does. You hear the music again and it settles you. By the way, I loved seeing you in the NBC basketball promo. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
I had people at the NBC now is going to be doing NBA games and they did a full just like NBC personalities all helping promote and seeing that was so fun.
Yeah, when they asked me if I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that. Like that's the song I grew up hearing watching basketball with my parents. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
So much fun. Ariana, thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Can't wait to start watching and hopefully we see you in Fiji.
Yeah, come on out.
Thank you so much. With the Truly Getaway Pack, each sip is your ticket to an exotic escape. Take a trip with Truly this spring. 4 exotic flavors inspired by drinks from around the world: Arctic Berry, Mountain Paradise, Rainforest Retreat, and Tropic Like It's Hot. It's only available for a limited time, so get it while you can. It's still only 100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, and 5% ABV. The Truly's Getaway Pack is perfect, and we're in this transition period, right? It's starting to get warm out. If you're in the New York area, amazing. You're getting these beautiful weekends. Make sure you're getting the Truly Getaway Pack because you can take that little New York rooftop party you're going to, make it a tropical vacation with the Getaway Pack. Or, you could go Arctic. I love the Arctic Berry. Arctic Berry is delicious. It's my favorite out of this mix. I also love the Rainforest Retreat. So find the Getaway Pack at a store near you or visit trulyhardseltzer.com. All right, welcome back to another game of Beat Ria and Fran. We are game 173.
Correct.
Ooh, already on fire.
Yep. 173. We got Lauren and Lynsey, sisters, that we are playing against, and Kelly Keegs is joining me as my teammate today.
Yay.
Let's see if you bring the same energy Gia did, because she played really well, I will say, last week. She did a good job.
I hope I live up to it.
Yep. So, Lauren, Lynsey, thank you guys so much for playing.
Thank you for having us. We're excited.
Awesome. So we'll jump right into it. 15 questions. If you get the question right, you get the point. If you get it wrong, the other team can steal the point. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. To determine who goes first, Noah's going to give us a movie. We're going to guess the Rotten Tomatoes critic score of that movie. Whichever team is closest, you'll go first. We will alternate between teams for guesses. Everyone gets their own individual guess. So Noah, what is today's movie?
Today's movie is The Life List, which recently came out. Sophia Carson.
Sophia Carson. Yes, I watched it. I cried.
Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
Okay, one of you guys guess first.
Okay. Let's go 65.
Kelly.
I was kind of feeling in that range as well. I would go maybe like a 62.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go like a 48.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in that range too, because I feel like I actually did see what it was when I watched it, and I enjoyed it, and then I was like, oh, it didn't really,
I say I'm not really. I don't know.
I'm gonna
it.
say 52.
48's the closest. 45.
45.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice pull.
Nice. Yeah. See, 45 feels low.
It feels low
It
as fuck.
deserves
Yeah.
like a 67.
That's kind of high.
I mean,
if it's that good, I don't know.
I thought it was
I haven't
cute.
seen it.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Okay, question number 1 to Lauren and Lynsey. Shout out Sarah from Louisville, Kentucky. In SpongeBob SquarePants, when SpongeBob and Squidward finally deliver the Krusty Krab pizza, the customer gets angry because they forgot what item in his order.
I knew we were gonna get SpongeBob. What item would they forget in the order?
I know it.
A pizza. Why do I want to say pineapple? Is that just a common pizza? But is it like not pizza?
15 seconds.
Or yeah. Just guess what? We're not gonna. I know we're not gonna get it. Okay, pineapple. Final answer.
Incorrect.
It's a
Kelly.
Diet Dr. Kelp. My Diet Dr. Kelp.
You're so right, Kelly. You know what I had stuck in my mind?
Yeah.
No pickles.
Yeah.
But pickles is with the Krabby Patty.
Yes.
No
pickles.
Yes.
No, it's
yes. Yes.
My drink.
Yes.
My Diet Dr. Kelp. He goes crazy about it.
Yep. Final answer.
Correct.
Woo!
And I was going to take drink, but you got the exact.
Yeah. Full brand.
You
full
know.
brand name.
You know, SpongeBob.
Okay. 1-0.
Yep.
I can't
That's
stop
fine.
saying
Ria
Ria.
and Fran.
1-0.
again,
Kelly
I
and
am Ria.
Fran. Question number 2 to them. Shout out Carly from Port Townsend. In New Girl, when Cece works at the bar, what is she petitioning to get put in the bar?
Ooh, this is hard. A
I'm not
jukebox,
great
maybe?
at.
That
I'm
sounds
not great at New Girl trivia.
Me neither. I haven't seen it in a long time. Not a jukebox, or is it? Fuck, something in the women's room.
Yeah, maybe some. Yeah.
15
A couch
seconds.
in the women's room?
I don't know.
I don't know. Fuck.
I don't know. Let's just go. We'll just guess jukebox.
Jukebox. Yeah.
Final answer.
Incorrect. To Lauren and Lynsey.
Popcorn machine. Final answer.
Correct.
Nice. That's a New Girl
Yep.
fan.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, tied up at 1. Question number 3 to Lauren and Lynsey. Shout out Sam from Iowa. In Harry Potter, what is the name of the elf that lives in Sirius Black's house?
Yes. You said. No, you said. Okay. Creature. Final answer.
Correct.
Good answer. And I honestly, I love how you guys, you're communicating telepathically. Like you look at each other and then you're like, no, you say it. No, you say it. It's amazing. I love it. I'm jealous.
Okay, 2-1 Lauren and
You can
Lynsey.
try that.
Yeah.
Question number 4 to Kelly and Fran.
I can't believe you put a Harry Potter. Anyway.
What?
I know. Luck of the draw. Luck of the draw. It didn't
No,
land
it is
us.
a luck of draw. If you guys had
luck of
gotten the...
Yep. What about ours?
So true.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out Molly from Massachusetts to Kelly and Fran. Which show have the following actresses each been a guest star on? Millie Bobby Brown, Demi Lovato, Sarah Paulson.
Oh
Grey's
my
Anatomy?
God. Has Millie Bobby Brown been on Grey's Anatomy? I don't watch Grey's.
Maybe, but I just remember Demi Lovato being on Grey's Anatomy, so that's like what's
that
sticking
makes
out
sense
to
then,
me.
because I don't know what she would be
Or
on.
like Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson sounds like someone who would have been on Grey's.
Or is it like
15
a
seconds.
Law and Order?
Law and Order SVU, I bet, or just Law and Order. Maybe we could just say Law and Order.
And I feel like it would maybe be more specific. I'm gonna go Grey's Anatomy because I feel
Do
like
it.
it was maybe my gut.
Trust your gut.
Grey's Anatomy. Final answer.
Correct.
Wow, Millie Bobby Brown was on Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I think she was really little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Good guess.
Okay, tied up at 2. Question number 5 to Lauren and Lynsey. Shout out Annie from Chicago. Name the actor or actress who appears in all of the following: John Tucker Must Die, Love Victor, The Incredibles 2.
Yes. Okay. Sophia Bush. Final answer.
Correct.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
ladies.
Every
I
question's
realized
been...
Sophia Bush was in The Incredibles too.
I didn't
Neither.
either.
Who is she? Who is she?
Who does she voice?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's all right. I don't care that much, to be honest.
Now-
Yeah. Yeah. Me neither. I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever. I forgot about her and John Tucker as well. I was like,
Oh,
Brittany
Oh, love her
Snow.
and John Tucker.
Me too. I
was
just
Void.
forgot about it.
Void?
Void?
Oh.
Oh, actually, yes, I do. Yep.
Yep.
Weirdly, that did ring the bell.
Okay, 3-2, Lauren and Lynsey. Every question's been correct by someone so far.
Wow.
Question number 6 to Kelly and Fran. Shout out Allie from Rhode Island. Which Friends character says the following quote? I'm not great at advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment?
Gotta be Chandler, right?
It's gotta be Chandler, but is that
That's
the trick?
Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? I mean, right. Could it be who's Gunther? Who's the owns the coffee shop? Him? He's pretty sassy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
15
Could it be that easy?
I
Chandler?
I don't know.
Give me double sip.
Yeah, seriously. I mean,
Damn.
I think we just gotta go Chandler.
You gotta
I know
go
that I
Chandler.
feel like
I'll
that's
regret it if
probably-
we don't guess him.
Yeah. All right, Chandler, final answer.
Correct.
Oh, thank God. Jesus. The coffee shop guy's a good guess
right,
too,
I
though,
almost
right?
felt like almost like too.
Yeah.
We're talking sarcasm. It's not Chandler.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Thank God.
No one else is sarcastic on that show?
See, there's the problem. Noah doesn't watch Friends, so he doesn't know.
So he doesn't get it.
Here lies the issue that Noah was the. No,
I
he's
feel like
literally
Joey's a little sarcastic.
No,
Yeah.
no, Joey's like kind of just dumb. and
No.
fun. Like Joey's Joey's humor is like dumb funny.
Yeah.
Chandler's like really the only
the women aren't
sarcastic one.
sarcastic?
But he
Like
also- no,
Jennifer Aniston
Chandler's-
kind of is?
No.
Chandler's
No.
like
Really?
his entire thing.
Like his
is,
whole persona
I'm the
is
sarcastic guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay, tied up at 3. Question number 7 to Lauren and Lynsey. Shout out Allie from Rhode Island again. Name this year. Harry Styles releases Sign of the Times. Spider-Man Homecoming comes out in theaters. Kate Upton and Justin Verlander get married.
This is for.
This is for
This is
them.
their,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Sign of the Times. It had to have been in like 17, 18.
What was the second one?
Spider-Man Homecoming is in theaters.
Was
15 seconds.
Is that Zendaya? Tom Holland?
Yeah.
I'm between 17 and 18. I can remember when they went on tour.
5 seconds.
You guess.
It's okay.
See.
Okay, time is up.
Okay, 2018.
Incorrect to Kelly.
I was right on her tail with 2017, 2018. What was the
think
third
it's
one?
19.
It was right.
Kate Upton and Justin Verlander. get married.
Okay. Because I know Sign of the Times was right after Reputation, Taylor's version.
Yeah.
And then I forgot the second one too. What was that?
I'm just thinking of being at the show.
10 seconds.
2019.
I think I trust you. Yeah.
2019. Final answer.
Incorrect. 2017.
Fuck,
It
motherfucker.
is.
Yeah, I remember because
Damn it.
Harry's album came out
17.
right when I graduated college, and that was 2017.
I thought, yeah. Fuck.
I was trying
Yeah.
to remember when they went on tour. And
Yeah.
I was like, what year was
Because 2019
Yeah.
was Fine Line. We saw him
Right.
perform Fine Line.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck.
You know what?
I should have
I'm
pushed
like-
harder.
I actually just messed that up in my mind. I was thinking Fine Line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about I that song came out when I was working this horrible
Yeah.
job I hated, and that was 2017.
Oh shit, Kelly. Sorry, that was totally.
But I should have said that. I should have
But
said that in the
in
talking.
my mind, I was thinking when we were in LA, and that was Fine Line. Not.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
That's all right. Nobody got it right.
Yep.
Tied up at 3. And it's question number 8 to Kelly and Fran. Shout out Amanda from Scranton. What is the name of Conrad and Jeremiah's cousin in season 2 of The Summer I Turned Pretty?
Oh, Cam Cameron.
Cam Cameron.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Or no.
Is he just a friend?
No, it's the they're like non-binary cousin. Fuck. What? I don't know what their name is. Oh no. Fuck. I only know Cam Cameron.
I saw Cam Cameron at the Miley event on Wednesday.
I know. I
15
thought that was like
seconds.
perfect too. Is he a cousin? No, he was another family friend.
No, yeah, it's not. You're right.
Shit. Fuck. I
5
don't know
seconds.
their
I
name.
forget the name.
I don't know
Yeah.
it at all.
No.
Okay, time is up to Lauren and Lynsey.
Gia would know that 'cause she's
I
rewatching.
guess she would. She's watching season 2 right now.
Yeah, I know.
I know. I just knew. I knew there was.
15 seconds.
Okay. Bex. Final answer.
Incorrect. Sky.
Sky. Of course.
Oh, my apologies to
Fuck,
Sky.
yeah, sorry, Sky.
Yeah, I do.
Damn
I
it.
do remember. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, still tied up at 3. We've hit a cold spot.
Yeah, that's all right. That's
we
all right.
have.
It always happens after you acknowledge that we're
Yeah,
getting them all
yeah.
right. Like Noah will always be like, "Wow, you guys are getting them all right," and then it goes cold.
All right, question number 9 to Lauren and Lynsey. Tied up at 3. Shout out Abby from Springfield, New Jersey. In season 6 of Love Island USA, what is the name of the girl Miguel brought back from Casa Amor? 15 seconds.
I can see her face.
Yeah.
Is she like popular now?
5 seconds.
Okay,
All right, time is up.
Yes.
Okay, Allie.
Incorrect to Kelly and Fran.
I don't know it at all.
I can't. I can see her face and I can't
I know,
remember
I
her
think
name.
What she look like?
Dress.
I wouldn't know. I don't know why I even asked that. I didn't watch this season.
You didn't watch last season.
No, I'm not a Love Island
I'm just
US
gonna
girl.
guess Taylor.
Sure.
Final answer.
Incorrect. Sierra.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Damn.
Everybody can get strong at Planet Fitness. Their high-value membership is great. It supports any fitness journey as low as $15 a month. There are over 2,700 club locations with most clubs open 24 hours. They have their best-in-class equipment, same high-quality equipment as other more expensive gyms. You can get a full workout in, strength training, cardio, stretching. They have brand new plate-loaded machines, hack squats, supine benches, and calf raises. Plus, their staff is friendly and welcoming. You can also get unlimited free fitness training. Planet Fitness has it all for you. So whatever part of your fitness journey you are on, you can go to the Planet Fitness, use the great equipment. Maybe you want to step up your cardio, start running. You can use a treadmill or lifting weights. They have all that as well. It's a perfect time to get strong. It's a great way to feel good. We're all strong on this planet. Join today in club, online, or in the free Planet Fitness app. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. You must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with a parent/guardian.
Still tied up at 3.
Cold as ice.
Forgot
Cold
about that.
as ice.
Yeah, forgot about
Willing to sacrifice.
Question number 10 to Kelly and Fran. I'm going to play a movie clip, and you tell me what movie it's from.
Okay.
I mean, maybe we should be doing something more meaningful with our lives.
Okay. Zoolander.
Like helping
Final
people.
answer.
Correct.
Yeah, no, honestly, that was fair.
us.
There was no point to even let that play out.
That's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-3. Kelly and Fran. Question number 11 to Lauren and Lynsey. I'm like,
Yeah,
there is no more movie clips.
Yeah. Wow, you really knocked him off his game there, Kelly.
Sorry.
I've never shut off a question that or
Sorry.
a movie clip that fast.
I just for context, I just played a game of the dozen right before I walked in here, so I'm
Yeah,
hyped
yeah.
up.
She's jacked up.
I'm really jacked up.
Okay, shout out Annie from Chicago's to Lauren and Lynsey. If you were to add all 4 of Adele's album titles, what would the answer be? They're all numbers.
Oh, tricky.
You're better at math.
Yeah.
15
Okay,
seconds.
88. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Oh.
To Kelly
See,
and
my
Fran.
problem is I'm forgetting
I
what
think
all the
it's-
numbers are.
I know there's 25, 30. Is there a 28 in there? And then maybe even like a 19?
It's 21.
Oh, no, sorry, 21. 21, 25,
21 and 25 for sure.
30 for sure.
Okay, so that
15 seconds.
takes us to 46.
Is there one more?
76.
Is there a younger one? A 19?
76 plus.
No, 21 was her first album, right?
I thought
5
21 was her
seconds.
first.
Me too. So then do the 3.
Maybe not.
Did he
Yeah,
say
but-
4?
I said 4. But, all right, time is up.
32?
76.
Incorrect. 95, because it's 19, 21, 25, 30.
19.
It is a 19.
Yeah.
See, I was about to add 18. That's why I would have.
No, I thought, 19,
Okay.
19, 21,
19,
25, and
21,
30,
25.
right?
Yeah, we're all off on that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
76.
Too many dates.
Yep.
I also can't do mental math, so
Yeah,
I would
95.
ask no help.
4-3, Kelly and Fran. And this question is to them. Shout out Cynthia from Soledad, California.
Ooh.
In the show The Traitors, Alan Cummings has a little black dog. What is her name?
Oh, fuck. Lala. Yes, or
Lola.
Lola. It's Lola. Lola.
No, I think because
No.
Lola's my dog's name.
True.
Lala. I think it's Lala.
Fuck. Okay. I honestly, I can't remember either way.
La La, final answer.
Correct.
Okay, thank God. Okay,
Yeah.
I almost fought like one more time, being like, no, bitch.
I was like, I'm pretty sure
I
it's
wasn't
La La.
confident enough.
I can hear him going La La.
Yeah. I'm thinking about like all the like professional photos they posted of her.
Yeah.
In her little checkered outfit.
Yep.
Anyway.
Okay, 3 questions left. 5-3, Kelly and Fran. Question number 13 to Lauren and Lynsey. Shout out Danielle from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. South Dakota, not San Diego.
Nailed it.
What is the name of the bar where doctors often hang out in Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah, you got it. I feel like I know too.
I can like picture. Oh no, that might be a different show. There, I just don't know the name. Dang it! Like that's a different show. Yeah.
10 seconds.
No.
Just say O'Malley's.
Time is up.
Okay, Shaw's Bar.
Incorrect.
I think McCarthy's or
No, it's Joe's.
You watch Grace. I haven't watched Grace since early days, so I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, let's go grab a, like, you want to go grab a beer
Well, meet me at Joe's. Yeah.
Then there's the guy, it's Joe, and then he has
I thought it was like.
I think it's Joe's. Final answer.
Correct.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I would have taken either Joe's Bar
Joe's
or
Bar.
the actual name of the bar is, I guess, the Emerald City Bar, but they call it Joe's Bar.
Oh, I was going to say, they never call it
Yeah,
that.
It's like I've never even heard
It's
that.
always like, let's go to Joe's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 6-3. That secures the victory for Kelly and
Hey.
Fran. We'll do the final 2 questions. Question number 14. Shout out Maeve from Boston. What actress does Julie Andrews sing with at Princess Mia's sleepover party in Princess Diaries 2?
That's us.
Raven Simone.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. What's the song?
Correct.
Yeah.
I can't get it in my head.
Okay, 7-3. Fran and Kelly. Final question to Lauren and Lynsey. Shout out Michaela and Kennedy from Ontario. What Taylor Swift song was originally on Speak Now Deluxe and moved off during the re-records?
The one album that I like don't know. Can you repeat the question?
I know where it is.
What Taylor Swift song was originally on Speak Now Deluxe and moved off during the re-records? 10 seconds.
Here it is. No. Yeah, I was like,
Time's up. Okay, to Fran and Kelly.
Fuck. So
Where'd it go?
It went on
I
Fearless.
would love this.
It went on Fearless TV. Fuck. And I don't.
It went on Fearless?
This is another
Taylor's
Gia.
finished it?
Gia would know the shit out of this song because these are.
Wait, so was it a Speak Now Deluxe song that when
it's
it got
now a Fearless
re-recorded?
vault track.
It's a Fearless vault track.
So and that's I only know Mr.
15
Perfectly
seconds.
Fine. There's maybe like a Colby Collette. Fuck. Jeez,
I don't know. I don't know it.
Bluebird.
3 seconds.
I can't think of it. I can't think of it.
Wow.
What is it?
If this was a movie.
I would never
I was not on
ever
that track.
pulled that.
I
If
was
this
not
was
on that
so,
track.
if this was a movie, was originally a
So-
Speak Now Deluxe
Yes,
song.
but I think it's now on.
It now has Fearless cover art and
Yeah.
was re-released before the Speak Now Taylor version.
Yeah.
okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
But right, it wasn't. It's not technically. Is it? Oh God, this is.
I had a different
This
Taylor
is horrible
question.
for my
I had a different
brand.
Taylor question. I'm like, no, I need a harder one. Let me find the hardest
Yeah,
one
that's
that I have in my
hard.
brain.
That's really
Wait a
hard.
minute. Yeah, it was. I knew it was Fearless. Wait a sec. Say the name of the song.
If this was a movie.
Kelly's
It's not even in
Kelly's
the.
fact
It's
checking
not
you.
even in the whatevers. But I think it was like a single that she moved over to
She, like,
Fearless.
yeah.
Like it wasn't. I remember it being re-released. I remember everybody making a stink out of it, being like, "Oh," and I remember somebody saying something like, "I didn't fit on Speak Now," so it fit more
right.
with
It's just
Fearless.
it's right here. It's just that if you click on like the album, it doesn't take you to
Yeah.
Taylor's version. It takes you to a single.
Wow, that was a really hard question.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm sorry
made
for
it all
letting all
worth
the
it.
Swifties down. Fuck you,
I know.
That's all right.
Whatever.
Look, a win's a win.
A win's a
Kelly.
win.
A win's a
A
win.
win's a
A win's a
win.
win.
That was so mean, Noah.
Ladies, thank you so much for playing.
Thank you
so much, guys.
You guys were great.
So great.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can blame Noah because I think he jinxed you guys when he said
I think so.
Blame Noah. Please send your address and sizes to Noah so we can get you guys some merch. And thank you so much for playing.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you.
So much.
Bye.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.
That wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much. Had so much fun today with Amanda and Ariana and trivia. We'll be back on Monday. Monday will be our last episode before Ria is back. So I'm very excited about that. And hopefully we have another special guest co-host. It's going to be a lot of fun. So tune in. Like I said earlier on the show, going to be a little bit later on Monday, but I think it will be worth it. So make sure you're watching, subscribe, listen, everything. Make sure you got it all locked in, ready to go. Thank you guys so much. We love you, and we'll be back on Monday.